My opponent will imply means he's the Most High, but it won't say it flat out. So that's what I'm going to present. I yield.
Real quick, before you go, fellas, please don't engage these speakers. Like, don't try to debate them while they debate. You know what I'm saying? So you could scream, you could say that, you could do it.
And you can clap. You can clap and do all of that. Yep.
But don't try to engage. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to engage. Let them debate. All right? You can debate them afterwards if you like. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Michael Jones. I run Inspiring Philosophy, a YouTube ministry. My position is Jesus is the Most High God in terms of substance. Hold up. All right, now listen up. This is important. We are Trinitarians as Christians. We believe there is one God who is three persons. The Father is the source for the Son and the Spirit. But the Spirit and the Son share in the divine essence or substance, therefore making them the exact imprint of the Father, especially Jesus. Hebrews 1:3 says that. So Jesus is the Most High God in terms of substance. What I expect my opponent to do is go to verses where it talks about him being subordinate in role. And we refer to that as the economic structure of the Trinity, not the ontological structure of the Trinity, because in the ontological structure of the Trinity, Jesus is fully and totally God. Therefore, he is the Most High God. And so I expect we'll go through some of those verses and look into them, but we have to make sure when we look at those verses, are they talking about role or ontology? I will argue those are in ontology, and there are explicit places where Jesus does claim he is Yahweh, who is the Most High God.
All right, you guys are grown men. So as soon as either of you guys start talking, I'm gonna press that start, and I'll stop you guys. I'll give you guys a 30-minute warning, and then after that, you guys. All
right, Captain, appreciate you being here.
Likewise.
Appreciate it. So is Yahweh the Most High God?
Yes.
Yes. Who led Israel out of Egypt?
Moses.
Moses by who?
By the Most High.
By the Most High. Yeah. Hosea 12:13. Yahweh let him out. So
definitely.
There we go. What's Jude 1:5 say?
When you think about that, right? In Exodus 7:1, God called Moses God, right?
Called him Elohim.
Did he call him Elohim? I'm fine with that, but he called him, when we read it in English, he called him God, right?
I want to be clear about something. The word Elohim doesn't properly translate to God, because when Samuel is dead, the necromancer brings up the body of Samuel from Sheol, and he says, I see Elohim coming up.
Right.
So scholars like Michael Heiser will say the word Elohim, much broader meaning. It refers to anything in the spiritual realm.
If you
Demons,
just look
angels,
at the definition
God,
of the word,
right,
it means judges, ruler, angel, authority,
There's debate
messenger. So it's really up to the translator that changes it. But God does call Moses God. When we read it, the translators chose the word God, correct?
Well, that's not my argument, though. But we're talking, it goes back to Hosea 12:13.
Well,
because it says Yahweh specifically led them out.
Right. So, and the reason why that's important, because that represents the agency. For example, in First Chronicles, who forced David to number the people, Satan or the Most High?
Depends on. Actually, it was God, technically. But the way that works, though,
when you read Chronicles, it says Satan, right?
Well, here's the thing, though. Passive,
yes or no? Does it say Satan?
It says that, but you understand.
So is Satan the Most High?
No. Can I respond now?
Yes.
So in the ancient world, they would attribute God things that he only passively allowed. So in 1 Chronicles 10, Saul commits suicide. The last verse of that chapter says God put him to death. So so Satan did it, but God allowed it.
But then when you say Satan passively, right? And here's where Christians have a struggle, because you think Satan rebels against him. The Lord told Satan to do it. Yes, he did. Just like the Lord told Satan to do that to Job.
Where's the verse?
I have it in front of me right now. I just happen to have it. I have it. I can read it.
Again,
I can read it. You asked for the verse.
You got to make sure. You got to make sure that this is not just a passive in the cultural context.
Let me just read. I'm gonna read both, because you got one verse in Samuel, one verse in Chronicles, both saying the same thing.
Yeah.
First Chronicles 21:1. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel.
Right.
2 Samuel 24:1. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them. So the Lord was angry with David and used Satan.
You didn't respond to what I said. You didn't respond to what I said.
You didn't respond to what I said.
I did respond to what you said.
Is Satan the Most High?
Of course not. But it's
why does one? So my question: why does 2 Samuel 21 and 24:1 say the Lord, and 21 and 1 Chronicles 21 and 1 say Satan?
I already answered you.
Answer it again, please. I didn't hear you.
Because in the ancient cultural context, God, when he allowed something, they would use the active verbal.
It's not an allowance. The Lord was angry with David, and the Lord used Satan to carry out his judgment.
Who killed Saul?
You tell me.
Saul committed suicide.
What does that have to do with
Because
Satan
if you
being the
read the
Most
end of
High,
1
according
Chronicles
to your
10.
logic?
Well, let's go back to my argument then.
Okay.
Okay, so Yahweh's the Most High, right?
Yes.
Hosea 12:13, right?
Right.
Okay, so then in Numbers, when he sent fiery serpents,
Mm-hmm.
was that from Yahweh?
Yes. Everything is.
Well, then,
from
whoa. First Corinthians 10:9.
Bring it out.
Do not test Christ as they tested him in the wilderness. And he.
Did I get the verse?
You just said that was Yahweh.
No.
Christ said serpents.
I'm just asking.
What?
Like you see how I read both verses?
Yeah.
I'm asking for the verse in Corinthians.
All right, let's read the verse.
Right.
Bring it out. Let's get the verse.
Can you call out the scripture, please?
I'll start in verse 8.
I'm sorry. Can you just call it out, please?
Yeah, 1 Corinthians.
Uh-huh.
So I'll start in verse 7. Then I'll move my way up.
No, what chapter?
1 Corinthians 10:7.
All right.
1 Corinthians 10:7. Let's read.
Do not be idolaters, as some of them were, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
We must not indulge in the sexual morality, as some of them did. And the 23,000 fell in a single day. Verse 9. We must not put Christ to the test, as some of them did and were destroyed by serpents.
Now, I don't know if y'all even understand what's happening here. Before I respond to the verse, what he's admitting is that Christ is a part of the agency of the Most High.
Where does it say that?
Because what you said, well, we both agreed that it was the Most High that called the fiery serpents, right?
Right.
If I go by your logic, which I do not, but even if I go by your logic, all you're showing is that the Most High used Christ at that time. If I go by your
Now
logic,
we got a problem.
Wait, let me finish this. Wait, let me get it.
We are adding to the verses. It doesn't say God used him. It says we do not put
Now,
Christ
this is what we do with Christ.
did.
This is what Christians do with Christ. He had no problem understanding Moses was used by the Most High to part the Red Sea and do that. Had no problem saying Satan was used by the Most High to provoke David. So it's also the same thing when it comes to Christ being used by the Most High. But I disagree with your interpretation of that verse. Because when you read 1 Corinthians 10:7, I'm going to read 10 and 9. It says, neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. What Paul is doing is just making a comparison, meaning let's not be like the Israelites in the past and tempt the Most High. He is not saying Christ is the Most High that caused the serpents to come. That don't even make, grammatically, that don't even make sense.
It makes perfect grammatical sense.
No, it does not.
In the Greek, yeah.
No, it does not make sense at all. And I told y'all, this was going to be a semantic argument. Because if Christ is the Most High, based on the fiery serpents, then Satan is the Most High. Because Satan was used by the Most High to number the children of Israel. You can't get around it.
Here's the problem.
You can't get around it.
Here's the problem. If we go to Hosea 12:13, it says, you made the comparison to Moses.
Right.
God, Yahweh, led them out by Moses.
Right.
It doesn't say that in 1 Corinthians 10. It just says they do not test Christ as some of them did.
That's how you know
Greek
it's not the same
refer
thing.
back to Christ. That is basic grammatical structure in Greek.
No, it does not refer back to Christ at all. And anybody with, I can't believe you did this. Anybody with basic reading comprehension knows that when it says, neither let us tempt Christ, who is that? The people in the city of Corinth. And then he's using an example of people that tempted the Most High, saying, let us not be, when it's saying, some of them also tempted.
Mm-hmm.
Because earlier in that, when it says, neither as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents.
Yeah.
The Most High did the destroying. But now remember, this debate is Christ the Most High God? If I go by your logic, you're just telling me that Christ did it because the Most High told him to. Just like Satan did it because the Most High told him to. Moses did it because what we can't read in the Bible is that God called Moses God. That's clean, plain on the tables. If I read Yahweh, Exodus 7, if I read Exodus 7,
we got a monologuer, guys. Hold on.
If I read Exodus 7, when you say monologue, the Bible say let God be true and every man a liar. So what's the problem with reading the scripture?
Do you know what equivocation fallacy is?
No, I don't. You can listen. I like when Christ said, "I'm glad he kept it from the wise and prudent."
He does,
and gave it to babes. I'm just a baby.
Right.
You can be wise and prudent, but what you can't prove is that Jesus is the Most High God.
What if he said it?
Show it.
Oh, what language is the New Testament written in?
Greek.
Okay, so we got to look at what words in Greek refer to God, right?
Well, before we do that, we have to understand why Greek was the dominant language first. Greek was the dominant language because it was illegal to be a Jew. It was illegal to be Hebrew because they were Hellenized. That's why it's written in the dominant Greek. So, for example, you can see in 1 Corinthians 8 and 6 when he calls Jesus Lord. But then you can also read in 1 Peter 3 and 7 when Abraham is called Lord. They're the same words.
But you, my point now?
But you wouldn't say that Abraham is the Lord that you're going to try to make Christ. What y'all try to do, there's a normalcy of the Bible, a river that flows through until we get to Christ, and then y'all make it magical.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Can I finish? All right. So we got to look at words in Greek that refer to the Most High, right? Okay. So Old Testament written in Hebrew. Go to places like Psalm 109:21. It says Adonai Yahweh. Ezekiel 37:21. It says Adonai Yahweh. That was translated into the Greek Septuagint. What did they translate it as? Kyrie, Kyrie, Lord, Lord. Now here's the problem. In all the Greek texts from the time of Jesus and prior, no one calls themselves Kyrie, Kyrie, except one person.
Who that?
Jesus, Luke 6:46, he says, "Why do you call me Kyrie, Kyrie, and not do what I tell you?" Therefore, he is saying, "I am Adonai Yahweh."
No, he's not.
Lord Yahweh.
If that made sense in John 17:3, when he says that thou are the one true God.
Yeah, you are.
When listening is an art. And just because I start with a verse don't mean I'm not coming back to your point. That's all I've done. So when Christ is cutting them on their ignorance of the title that they're trying to bestow upon him, Christ never took a title. But so what he's saying is, why are you calling me? So what he's saying is, why are you calling me that and you don't do what I do? He's cutting them. That's not him declaring that he's Yahweh. Because John 17:3, when it says that thou art the one true God, who is he talking to? When he said thou art the one true God,
hold on. I need to address what you said.
He won't read the verse. When y'all say deal with the verse, he won't read the verse.
Let's go back to Luke 46.
Can we read the verse?
Okay. They are calling him.
Can we read the verse?
Yeah, I can read it for you right now. Luke 6:46. I said, I got to memorize. Why do you call me Lord?
I don't trust you.
What I say.
But I don't trust you.
You can. All right. He's calling me a liar. Please read.
No, I didn't call you a liar.
Memorize.
I'm not calling you a liar. But the reason why I wanted, you see how I said my explanation was very clear. I said them calling him that does not mean he accepted that.
He did.
And then he cut him by saying, if I was that, why you don't do what I say?
Then why did you not return and say, stop calling me that?
Then you and your fans decided to say, I ran from the scripture. So I did answer whether you disagree or agree, I did answer.
Read it.
So now we read Luke 6, you said 6 and 46,
6:46.
right? Gotcha.
Now notice in this verse, he accepts what they're calling him and says, all right, they're calling me Lord, Lord.
Hey, wait, hold on one second. I got it. Everybody relax. I got it. Everybody relax. If he's trying to get through, what's the problem?
He was pushing me.
Who? I shot. This film. Everybody relax. Huh?
So they start.
I'm sorry, everybody. Can everyone just take a step back? We want to give everyone recording.
Okay,
Let's clean the section.
Hey,
Everyone take a step back.
if everybody can understand, right? The people that are filming have to be if everybody can shemai, which means listen for a second. But you're not a part of the filming team, sis. I'm just trying to explain. I agree. But what I'm saying is, if they're filming, just let everybody have the position. I want to go back and forth. sis and brother, I don't want to go back and forth with y'all. I just want to have the debate. Okay?
Let me go, yeah.
Can I just one thing? You can film, but you don't have to film disrespectfully and push people. You can say, that's all.
But if he's being pushed because he's standing there,
I have it on film that you was pushing me.
can we just continue with this? Can we all act civilized? Why? I know y'all Savior getting cut. I know y'all Savior getting cut, but let's act civilized. Let's act civilized. So Luke 6:46 says, Luke 6:46. I want to point something out, JP. I just want to point one thing out. Okay.
Somebody's streaming right now on TikTok, and they're live on TikTok. So if you're live on TikTok, please end that live again.
And I want to point something else out. And this is how you know whose Savior is winning and who's losing. JP asked if y'all didn't heckle with saying the verses and stuff like that. Who's doing that? The Christians are. The Israelites are not. JP laid the rules out. And look at God Logic getting out his feelings too. Now God Logic, look at it. That's what I do to Christians. I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I got him out his body.
Let's read the verse. Let's read
Luke
the
6. All right, no sweat. All right. Luke 6:46. It says, "And why call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?" Now, can I read a couple of verses above?
I want you to read the second one. Read Matthew 7:21 now.
So you don't want me to stay right here?
You can read more of it, but I mean, it's the same thing there.
Okay, so but it's the same account, but a different.
No, it's another aspect where he's called Lord.
But now, how do you get to do that? Then
okay, let's stay on this one then. Go for it.
Because I'm trying to see where did they call him Lord, Lord in here?
Where he says they are.
Wait,
he says they are.
Remember, my position is he's cutting them. His position is he's saying he's God. Where in this chapter did they call him Lord?
He says, "You're calling me Lord, Lord." Great, but you're not doing what I say. That's important. If you're going to accept
can I get an answer to my question?
You got to do what he says.
Can I get an answer to my question?
Your question.
Where in this chapter did they call him Lord for him to say, "Why call me Lord, Lord"? Because
are you saying Jesus lied?
I'm not saying that. I'm asking you to show me.
He's right.
Now, people may wonder, well, Cat, why you want to know that? Because my position is he's cutting them. When he said, "You calling me Lord, Lord, but you're not doing what I say," you're saying somebody called him Lord. So show me who called him Lord. Otherwise, my position is correct.
It's quite easy.
Let's do it.
Jesus does not
Can you do it? All you got to do is say yes or no. Did somebody call him Lord? Yes or no?
Because I trust Jesus. He said so.
Where?
Do you not understand how this works?
Yes, I do. I know that he's cutting them.
Wait a minute. Where'd you get the crown?
You know what he's saying?
Where'd you get the crown? Where'd you get the crown?
What does that have to do with this?
I'm just curious. Where'd you get it?
You could never get one.
Where'd you get it?
You're talking about the crown because you get
Where'd you get the crown?
Why are we talking about my head? Jesus God! Jesus God! Jesus God! Jesus God! Jesus God! Jesus God! Imitating as usual. Y'all imitated. You know what's crazy? Y'all imitating the Israelites just like y'all imitated the real Jesus Christ. Just like y'all imitated our laws. You're nothing but imitating, not even original.
He's upset. And then his people get loud.
No. We can do that. That's the rule. That's part of the rule.
Then don't get upset when they do it. But
I'm not upset. I'm just pointing it out if they doing wrong.
Jesus said, "You're calling me Lord, Lord." He is not lying.
Here's what I would give you. If somebody actually calls him,
hear from the person that
if
made
somebody
the
actually,
I can see it there.
If somebody actually calls him Lord, Lord, I might give you some credit. But nobody calls him Lord, Lord there. So when he's saying Lord, Lord, he's cutting them. He's saying they don't do what he say. But the subject of this is Jesus the Most High God. So as I went to John 17:3, when Christ said, "You are the one true God," paraphrasing, who is he talking about?
He is talking to the Father.
So did he call the Father three gods, or did he call the Father one God?
I thought you knew what we believed. That's a misconception.
No, I don't care what you believe. The subject is Jesus the Most High God? So if Jesus has a God, he can't be the Most High, because there ain't a God. The whole reason for the name Most High is because there ain't nobody over him.
Can I respond now? Yes. All right. Am I going to be interrupted, or can I respond?
Oh, Don't do that, because we've been interrupting each other, man. Don't do that. They get touchy. When they get hot, they get touchy.
It's very simple. Scholars have pointed out the verse does not say only the Father is the true God. It says the Father is the only true God. And what does the same author say at the end of 1 John 5? The Son is also true God. Therefore, he's true God. John 17:5. He shares in the same glory with the Father, claiming equality with the Father. That logically follows. This is why he can say he is Adonai Yahweh in Luke 6.
So then I guess
I'm not done. Matthew 7:21-22. He says he is Adonai Yahweh. Hebrews 1:3 says he is the exact imprint of the nature of the Father. If the Father is the Most High, then Jesus is also the Most High because he is the exact imprint.
Now, when they start running them smorgasbords, that's how you know they full of crap. Because in John 17:3, it says, and this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom thou sent. So the only true God is him. Then he talked about glory. John 17, and if I was to read this, 23, it says, I and them and thou, 22, and the glory which thou givest me, I have given them. So I guess if we get that glory, then we God's too. No, because you can't make it about.
He's not letting me
now,
respond.
I want y'all to highlight. Now, I don't care about being interrupted, but this man said he did not want to be interrupted as he ran through about 6 verses. And then what does he do to me? So I don't want to hear nothing when I interrupt you. I don't mind it. But you wanted me to be quiet, and I was.
Good.
Thank you. Don't get mad because I check them. I got to check them. So John 17:21, when it says the glory. Now, since he ran off Hebrews and other verses like that, if I was to read the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 17, hold up, let me find it. I like to read verses. I don't just like to say verses. No, it ain't back to that. It ain't no Lord. Ephesians 1:17, that the God of our Lord Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So
That's right.
Do I need to?
The God of our, and this is what's heavy. It says, the God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of glory, can only be that same God that may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation. So Paul clearly says the God of our Lord is Christ. So he can't be the Most High.
You done? Can I go now?
Yes.
All right. As I said,
before you go, is this what this going to be like? No interruptions going forward? I just want to know.
Okay, I can do that if you want to do that. Yeah.
Okay, but we should give respect to each other, which we was doing before you got emotional. Go ahead, you got it.
All right, so let's go back to that. Okay. So again, I need to go back to what I said in the beginning here. I stated that on purpose. We believe Jesus is subordinate in role to the Father. We've said that. But that does not affect the substance of God. As I said, Hebrews 1:3 says he is the exact imprint of the nature of the Father. Therefore, if the Father is the Most High, Jesus is also the Most High. This is why he can say, I am Adonai Yahweh. Matthew 7:21, Luke 6:46. Matthew 7:21, he says, not everyone who comes to me and says, Lord, Lord, will be entered into the kingdom of heaven. That's the beginning. You say he's Lord, Lord, but that doesn't get you in entirely because you still got to do his will is what he's going on. So the first thing you got to do is you got to say, hey, you're clearly Adonai Yahweh. Then do what he says, and if you do that, you get in. That's what he's pointing out. Therefore, he's claiming to be the Most High in his own words.
People think that their position matters in the title of a debate. The title of the debate is not to understand what he ignorantly thinks of the Trinity. The title of the debate is to teach, is Jesus the Most High God? And so far, we have not done that. So far, we have seen agency. When Christ raised Lazarus from the dead, he said, Father, I'm only saying this publicly because you hear me always. Meaning everything that he did, he prayed and asked the Father first. This is just the first time he's asking publicly. Why? Because that's his God. In John 21, he says, I go to my God and your God, my Father and your Father. So the topic is not your misunderstanding of the Bible. The topic is Jesus the Most High God? And that has not been substantiated yet. If I read Psalms 83rd chapter, the last verse, it says that thou whose name alone
Take He's the man that came up with the term African American.
Right.
We from now on we call African American. But now somebody run up on you and say we should leave this place, you turn to them and say, where we gonna go?
They have the American flag and the symbols of red, white, and blue, but it's black people.
Right.
So it's not they're not repping who they are.
Right.
They're repping the country that they serve.
These leaders that don't care about their community, you know what I'm saying, that always, you know what I'm saying, just focusing on winning gold medals and championships and different things of that nature, and have no thought to the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. It's gonna come back at home.
Enough for hearing that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood. Even Emmett Till was somewhat similar. It's like once something happens to a white woman, that's the justification to kill all niggas.
At the same city, at the same time as the Klansmen, the Purple Boys had a mass march on the other in downtown, but blocks away, and did not cross paths with that.
Real Nigga University in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Giving me the finger, they blinking the light. I got it, Aki, you know what I'm saying? They blinking the light, giving me the finger. Welcome everybody for another edition of Round Table of Truth. Y'all know how we do it, about to get it in. ISUBK under Commander Jenny Yahanna, man. We welcome everybody. Appreciate you for joining us tonight. Like always, we want to pay homage to the Most High, the God of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Yahweh in the Hebrew, not that stuff you fake Israelites be saying. Yahweh. Huh? Jehovah. Sound like you going on a Hawaii surfing trip or something. Yahuwah. Get in the truth. Y'all stop playing to get in the truth. Stop pump faking like you're not in the truth. All right. Get in the ISUBK immediately.
That's right.
All right. With that being said, we also want to give it up to our King Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And of course, we got to give it up to the man with the plan, none other than Commanding General Yahanna.
That's right.
All right. Like always, man, I got to pay homage as well to my amazing hosts that rock it out with me every week. To my right, we got Officer Lamakiala in the building. And filling in tonight for Officer Mayad. He's running a little behind time. All right. We got Officer Ra'im in the building. And to my left, we got Officer Yaradan in the building. Y'all know who he is. He make all the fly gear up here in the Chicago school. You know what I'm saying? You want your Real Nigga University t-shirt, get in contact with the man. All right. But again, like we always say, if you ain't a real nigga, listen, the when you try to buy it, it's gonna reject you. It's gonna reject your purchase. I know a lot of you lames tried to purchase Real Nigga University, and then the sale ain't even go through. You wondering why? Because the Lord knows. Don't get that nigga that. He ain't trill. Yeah, this day. Also want to give it up, man, to, you know what I'm saying, our head of security up here, Officer Iwal. I'm in the building, doing what he do. Man, our technical team, man, on the ones and twos, man, brothers, hardest working technical team in the game, the engineers up here. All right, give it up for Officer Ramawan and his right hand man on the technical engineer side of things, Officer Ra'ash Rob. And joining us in here tonight, we got Officer Kawan Matabak. We call him Matabeezy, right? That's not his name, it's Matabak. What's new, Akim? Talk to me, man. Where we at with it, man? What's going on in there? Please.
Man, if I could, Cap, just to give a quick shout out, headquarters got a huge event going on next week.
Oh yes, how could I forget?
Out in New York.
Damn right.
New York cookout, I believe. Headquarters cookout.
That's it.
Kickoff Friday?
Yeah.
I forgot the date. 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be on and popping. The general,
Mm-hmm.
Commander Yahanna gonna be destroying some community leaders or whatever. You should be there. That's the point.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think they all backed out. Every last one of them said,
"Shocker,
I'm good."
You want some too, old man? No.
Yeah, they saying, look, they saying Commander Johnny Hunter name on the ballot. They said, no, we don't want no parts of this. You understand? That's how we do in the IGBK, man. They know. You seen Captain Zar. Big shout out to Captain Zar, brother just destroyed this cat. What was his name? God Logic?
It was philosophy something.
Filoni, Baloney, what was his name? He tried to battle Captain Zaryak out there at some park in New York and got totally embarrassed. The brother was trying to prove that Jesus Christ was God, which is a very stupid topic when you can go to so many scriptures to show that Christ is not the Most High. Okay. He said he come and, you know what I'm saying, in the name of him that sent him. I mean, so many times he's referencing somebody that sent him. You get my point? And he cutting with the whole King David.
My God.
Give me right on that part.
Man, Captain Zaryak, he got the devil to say on camera that the Most High came from the loins of King David.
He was cut. He was cut.
His mans looked at him. He said, "Why did you say that?"
Go on.
The man's name is called Aspiring Philosophy.
Aspiring philosopher, man. Aspiring philosopher. You took a beating that day.
Yes, sir.
You took a beating that day. Y'all done?
Him saying that the Most High came from the stock of King David. I don't want that. That's the worst thing that I heard since Captain Zaryak got them cats to admit that we all come from the great ape. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Man, listen, you know what? And battles like this is necessary to sort out the confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of confusion surrounding the Bible, man. The confusion start namely with the Christian church. Get me right on that. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church is, for a very long time, the Christian church has been the authority over the Bible.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? And then come to find out they are not the authority of the Bible, because, of course, in 1969, when the ISUBK got started, the 7 heads was able to study that Bible from head to toe and see that Christianity didn't have anything to do with the Bible.
Right.
The Jewish people, they don't have nothing to do with the Bible.
Right.
And so that battle that you seen Captain Zaryak do, and of course all the brothers in the ISUBK that do the battle, we battle brothers on the street and white people on the street all the time about the Bible, and we never took a loss since 1969.
Right.
How in the hell you battle something for 50 years and don't ever take a L?
Gone.
If you've seen it, post it online. You can't post it. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because of Commander Jenny Hanna holding this thing down, the ISUBK is now, we are the authority of the Bible now.
Gone.
You understand? We the ones that understand what in the hell that the Bible is saying.
That's right.
Right? And that's heavy because the Bible is our ticket for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. This is our ticket to get out of slavery.
Gone.
You understand? Like, you ain't getting out of slavery with weaponry. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen. Scripture say that the white man was blessed with the sword, right? So you ain't getting out of with military action. Again, we ain't saying you shouldn't get weapons. We ain't Martin Luther King. We ain't nonviolent. You use violence when necessary to protect yourself, right? But that ain't how we gonna get out of slavery, right? So the way that we gonna get out of slavery is by doing what the Bible says, by having a moral compass. The one thing that we don't want to do is fight our demons. You get my point?
Right.
We don't want to fight our demons. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to stop getting high. You know what I mean? We don't want to obey the rules in the Bible to get out of slavery. We think that we can get rich and escape slavery. We can play sports and escape slavery. None of that's going to work. You see the athletes, you know they slaves. You see what I'm saying? The NFL told them, not one of y'all better not take a knee you know what I'm saying, in reference to coming up against the flag during the national anthem. I will on.
Come on,
please.
It's coming out. I forgot the devil name, but some retired football player came out and said that the NFL came out and told teams not to draft Shedeur Sanders to make an example out of him.
Damn. Are you serious?
Come on,
man. Listen, man, get that. I don't know if we're gonna get to that tonight, but maybe Sunday. You know, just for also for our listeners that's tuning in right now, we will be going live in 2 days, Sunday as well. You know, every month we try to do a Sunday breakfast special in the morning. You know what I mean? So that'll be this Sunday. We're gonna be back to back in this joint. You know what I mean? And it's heavy, and it's important that we do that because this truth needs to come out.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Our people need to know what in the hell is going. I can't say what you need to know what's going on earth. You need to know what to do in this particular damn time. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Captain Tazar Yak, you know what I mean, rocking that joint out, battling crazy, brother putting in, I mean, tremendous work. And you know, swinging that sword. That's what we call it up in here. You see brothers putting in work, that's a brother that's swinging that sword, you know what I'm saying, and doing what he need to do with this truth. So him and of course a ton of brothers in the UPK. Ryan, you want to say something?
Yeah, come on. What you breaking down so heavy about Captain Zarya is to let other brothers know, you know what I'm saying, there's only one body.
That's it.
That does this.
That's it.
You know, when I see like other fake Israelites do the type of stuff, they always fail.
That's it.
I be seeing some random cats from YouTube just trying to come to some fake Israelite group trying to bow on the scriptures, and they get cut. They get cut with the most simplest scriptures you could think of.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? It's just embarrassing just to see that. You know what I'm saying? And they try to tie in with the school.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's why in every video we always say we don't affiliate ourselves with no other Israelite group.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? It's that for a particular reason. Because of that.
That's it. Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. So we'll be in New York Cookout next weekend. ISBK. I'll be down there. You know what I'm saying? Myself and a few other brothers from Chicago. We will be making the pilgrimage, you understand, to New York City. We're gonna stop through Philly first, grab a couple cheese steaks. You understand? And this chopped cheese they keep talking about in New York, brothers keep talking about this damn chopped cheese, which I have not had. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to going down there and having that and just enjoying the brotherhood, man. So we can get it in. Where we going first?
Come on. So first up, we're gonna go into a sister named Daisy Turner, and she's gonna speak about the slavery that went on in here in America.
Let's get it.
How bad was slavery, Daisy? How bad?
It couldn't be any worse there. I just keep trying to tell you. Can anything be any worse when a white man was having children by the Negro slave women and then putting them up for sale on the block? My father, they wanted to sell my father for a breeder for $12,000 when he was 12 years old. And old Golden, John Golden, was the rich planter. He wouldn't sell him for that. This lady that was in this room this morning is from New Orleans, one of the women. Just this past 2 weeks, she found this picture of my father down in New Orleans, and she's bringing it to me now. I'm going to have a copy of it, of my father.
Great. What regiment did he fight in, Daisy?
1st New Jersey Cavalry. When he ran away, my father was on the plantation working for his master, and he with 27 other boys ran away, swam across the Rappahannock River, and joined the 1st New Jersey Cavalry in 6th in the war. So,
was he a good fighter, your father? Did he fight hard for the Union?
Oh, yes, yeah, he was a brave boy. Actually, he had nothing else to do. He was a brave boy. He had to be brave to come up here in this country.
Listen, before we go into that, I also want to let our listeners know Commander General Yahanna will be coming on the second hour. You know what I mean? Give it up for General Commander General Yahanna. He's gonna be coming on very shortly, you know what I mean, to talk about the upcoming Third World War. All right. Where we going with this one, Naki? You know what I mean? This one here was pretty rough to watch, you know what I'm saying? Slavery is something. Somebody giving me the scripture where it say, remember the days of old, right? we must remember, you know what I'm saying, our history in the beginning of what took place with our people in this country. You know what I'm saying? That's why we play a video like this. And she said you had to be brave to come up during that time. You know what I'm saying? Because slavery was the worst thing that ever happened to a race of people in the history of the world with human beings. It was nothing more worse, you know what I'm saying, than slavery. And it's important to always remember the past so you would know what you're dealing with in this day and time. Now, what do I mean by that? White people are very cruel people. They are very cruel and unforgiving, and are people that don't have the human, you know what I'm saying, sympathy that a normal human being would have. So when you dive into slavery, you know what I'm saying, and you read the stories and stuff like that, it's something that you need to teach your children. So now in 2025, as a people, we would know what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like we in our mind, we think that, you know what I'm saying, one day white people are gonna get a heart and change.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you look at the crimes, she said you heard what she said, they sold her father. Once again, like they sold her father like she was an animal, you know what I'm saying, or a product in the, you know, you go in the store and buy products, you know, you buy and sell products. But they at one point in time, they treated black and brown people like this. Hispanics went through the slavery as well. So this is something that you got to put in your damn brain, you know what I'm saying, so you would know, well, this is kind of like the foundation of America. This is the foundation of these people. And so your children will be prepared for the people that they dealing with in this day and time. You ever get my point? Read what you got.
Come.
Please.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old.
Read it. Say that again.
Remember the days of old.
Keep going.
Consider the years of many generations.
Consider the years of what?
Many generations.
Man, that's why every nation on the country, and I mean every nation in the world, have what you call a memorial. You understand? It's for them to remember the pain that they done went through, their victories and all that. That's a part of their culture. It's a part of who they are. You see what I'm saying? Read that from the top one more time.
Come on. Remember the days of old.
That's it.
Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee.
Ask thy what?
Thy father, and he will shew thee.
Yeah, ask thy father when he will show thee. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing with this sister right here. She'll tell you, the slaves will tell you during that time when we was on the plantation that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They will be appalled at us, you know what I'm saying, for still in 2025 trying to fit in, you know what I'm saying, with people that been hated us for so long. That's why I say, remember the days of old. Ask thy father and he tell thee. You know what's asking our father? When you go on the records of the Bible and read about Moses, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, that's your forefathers communicating to you what we went through in the past. And every time we disobeyed the Most High, we end up in the jam. That is why slavery, that is why slavery happened. We don't understand the spiritual dimension behind slavery, is that the Lord turned his back on us for our sins. And no matter how you put it, you connected to your forefathers, man. You connected to what they went through. How do we know? We still in slavery right now. We ain't got about a slavery now based upon things that they done to get put into slavery.
Right.
So you connected, you know what I'm saying, to your forefathers. Keep going.
Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Thy what?
Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Yeah, man, we ain't never, that's in the Bible for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never supposed to forget the crimes that happened to your people, because when you remember the crimes, guess what you also gonna remember? The perpetrator who did it. Right. And that's part of the reason why we want to forget the crimes, because we don't want to have to remember what white people did to us. Right. We want to forget what didn't happen, you know what I'm saying, so we can now be American. You understand? And try to fit in with them. Y'all can chime in anytime you want. Ryan?
I believe it was recent news that Donald Trump trying to take away Black history, slavery out of the books.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's been going on recently.
They trying to wipe out, you know what I'm saying, they goddamn crimes, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't build, you know what I'm saying, the greatest empire in the world, you know what I'm saying, off of enslaving us. Right. I will alone?
Man, Cap, the fact that they try to erase, you know, the what they did in the history books, and they try to erase it in our minds.
That's
like,
it.
White people, they portray themselves as liberal, kind and sweet. Every time you see them, you walking down the street, they give you that little smile, and everything. They paint themselves as Superman and princesses and Disney movies and this and that and heroes.
That's it.
Meanwhile, they're wolves. Like what's inside their heart is not peace. Is not cute and cuddly and colorful and peaceful. They're demonic in reality.
They try to call it the original sin, America's original sin. That's what white people try to call it. Like, in other words, they sorry for what they did. They not sorry for what they did. A person can't be sorry for what they did by just simply saying it out their mouth. A person show you, you know what I'm saying, that they sorry for what they did by actions. You understand? Like, they had us in captivity for 400 years. They worked our ancestors day and night and day, sun up, sun down, with no pay. You understand? That is a damn crime. They sold families and caused a ton of trauma. That the trauma, according to experts, that lasts all the way up until today. They'll say the children of today, you know what I'm saying, that trauma from slavery, from the plantation, is passed on all the way to us, and you know it is, man. Black people will never, ever get over slavery. It's something that is in the back of our mind that we can never get over. And when I say get over it, meaning we didn't had a crime that's been done to us as a people, walk, and ain't nobody paid for the crime. Right. You understand? Like, again, that's like a woman getting raped and looking at the rapist walk free and get rich, you know what I'm saying, off of raping her. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna suffer. What's she gonna suffer? She gonna suffer from trauma because a crime been done to her and she ain't received any justice for a crime.
If I could just add one more thing, Cap, white people, they'll do such a horrible crime like exterminating the North American Indians and removing them and stealing all their land,
right?
And then call it manifest destiny,
right?
Make it like put a bow over rape, rob, and murder and death.
That's it.
And just try to make it sound so justified and human.
That's it.
And you learn it in high school in world history about manifest destiny like it's nothing. Meanwhile, manifest destiny is the genocide of 100 million people.
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Lamar,
come on. Touch on what you and Officer Ron were saying. You're saying about like them trying to eradicate, the history books and slavery out of the schools of now. And it just goes to show, like, I can't remember exactly who said it, the philosopher, but if you forget your history, you're bound to repeat it again.
That's it.
And so if they eradicate what happened to us, the slavery, the 400 years of chains, and all the evilness and atrocities that happened to us,
right?
Us being in the poverty and the ghettos forever, it would make sense because we're just going to keep repeating the same evil cycle over and over and over again. But thanks to Commander Yahanna and the Lord and Christ, you understand that history will never be forgotten, and that's what's going to bring the Lord back once we start waking up and realizing the truth.
That's it, my y'all.
Hey, sorry, Kevin, if I could. The funny thing about them telling us to forget slavery, they never forgot 9/11.
That's it.
They haven't forgotten Vietnam. They haven't forgotten the damn Alamo.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't forget anything that happened to them.
That's it.
And if we would
4th of July,
4th of July, you name it, Cap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if the tables were turned, if the situation was reversed,
right,
they would never forget. As a matter of fact, they would seek every opportunity that they could to have a bloody rebellion against us if we had enslaved them like they did us.
That's it. Which, once again, that they saying that they say we human and you not human. We human, so we gonna remember all the crimes that happened against us. You know what I'm saying? And whatever, you know what I mean. But when it come to y'all, man, y'all stop bringing that up.
Right.
That was in the past.
Right.
Why y'all keep talking about that? You see what I'm saying? Because it's something that they want to cover up and act like it never existed, but it existed, man. And and let me tell you something. We got to remember it because it's a part of our DNA in this place.
Right.
It's a part of who we are, and most importantly, it's why we still still in a hellified condition right now. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody has paid for what they did during slavery. 100 million of our people were killed. 77 North American Indians slaughtered.
Right.
Hundreds of millions of Hispanics slaughtered.
Right.
And the white man gained power from slaughtering our people. So now this is stuck in our brain, and this is something that we just can't ever get. That's why we halfway out of our mind now.
Right.
And we need justice. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? The Lord is going to deliver that justice.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the Bible. Yeah, like, y'all don't understand when they talk about Christ being the Savior. Who do you think the people that He coming to save?
Right.
White people don't need a savior. White people's savior is white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He didn't already put them in that white Jesus, you know what I'm saying, became so powerful.
Yeah,
because the more they raped and murdered and slaughtered everybody, the more they'll give you that image. You know what I'm saying? And then more that image grew power because the people that they were slaughtering started to believe that this is God right here. When that white Jesus is idol worship. For you Christians, I don't even know what the hell y'all even thinking. The Lord say, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." What in the hell would make you think that God is with Christianity or with white Jesus, all of rape and murder and all that? Then you wearing a damn cross on top of it, something that they murdered black people on for years. Of course, you don't know that because the only thing you know is what they taught you in their history schools. Do you think they're going to teach you you're going to sit in a white man's school and they're going to teach you about who you are and all the crimes that they did to you before slavery?
Right.
We just know about what they did here during slavery here in the Americas. But white people been doing crimes to you going all the way back to the book of Genesis when the serpent was in the damn garden.
Right.
Now that might be a little bit too much for y'all right there. You see what I'm saying? Because y'all still think the damn serpent was a snake. Got him start talking to the woman. Talking snake. I ain't seen one yet. Every time I go to the damn pet store, I say, y'all got that talking snake like that was in the book of Genesis? Well, no, none of them talking here. I know they don't. So damn stupid, man. I think we done with this. What we got next?
Oh God! Next up, we're gonna go into a video of a black sister and her young daughter in an altercation with 12, and the daughter ends up doing most of the work.
Yeah, let's hit it. Let's get to it.
Okay.
She had a duffel bag. The CD gave a description of a female black with long braid with the white.
What classes did I steal from Mount Clear? Mommy, I know who it was. What classes did I steal? Stop recording it now. You should not be recording it without our permission. Thank you. My aunt stole glasses. It wasn't her. You should have a t-shirt on. No. Let's go. Leave my mother alone. I don't have nothing, though. This is crazy. Oh, my grandfather. You know, I had nothing. I'm gonna kill somebody, bro. I'm gonna kill somebody, bro. I'm gonna fight somebody in the face. I'm not gonna run off because I know I didn't do that. Bro, my mother get arrested, bro. I swear to God, bro. I'm gonna punch somebody in the face, bro. Leave me alone. Go somewhere. So y'all let her walk off? Oh, they got together. Yeah, but you know. Don't take that one for some glasses, my nigga. And don't. Oh my God, bro. I didn't take shit. Oh my God, bro. Where's the glasses at? Y'all got me messed up in my soul, bro. Calm down. Where's the glasses at? Try to figure it out. Calm down. Right now, but just because you were listening, that's fine. I didn't steal shit. Yo, that's crazy, bro. No, really got my mother in handcuffs right now. What did she do? She didn't do nothing. Please stop. Please stop. Me or her. Move. I got a phone. Now get on the phone. Right. I love you, Mom. Or are you just being a jerk? Okay, calm down. I didn't steal. You got this. Like, bro, sit me at the precinct.
Listen. Mommy's asking you to calm down. Please calm down.
I just want to.
Yo, this was mad wild, son.
What we going on? Run one. Please.
What description you kind of on point for this? Isaiah 3 and 12.
Come on.
It says Isaiah 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
And what?
And women rule over them. Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to error and destroy the way of thy paths.
Go ahead, break it down. And why you say where you pull this one?
Basically saying, I mean, you know, of course, we look at our women today.
Yeah.
Our children really are the oppressors of our households right now because they run the household.
Yeah,
You know
that's exactly what that scripture is talking about. Once again, the white man being the devil that the Bible speaks of, he strategically, put our women, in charge of the household, right? By creating laws to put the man out. You know what I'm saying? It was again, something damn near you got to talk about every week. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about it because it ain't about playing the victim role. It's pointing out, what your enemy has strategically done to you to destroy you. You see what I'm saying? Now the sister stole the damn glasses. They found the glasses right there, and she still said, "I ain't steal them." Right. You see what I'm saying? Meanwhile, her daughter, is going berserk over there, and not one time did she tell her to turn to her and try to correct her daughter.
Yeah, Comic Con.
See what in my yard?
Hey, Sluggy, so the first thing I thought about when I saw this video is no father in the home.
No, you already know it.
You know what I mean? I guarantee you. I guarantee that there's no father in that home. Yeah. You know what I mean? The father, you know what I mean? Possibly, I just get the vibe, has limited contact with his child.
One thing about the whole father in the home, right, is that because women been raising even the boys, brothers ain't even mentally capable of even being a father. You know what I'm saying? True enough, a father ain't in the home, but okay, what you got to examine with this situation here is the mental illness that little girl has already. She's already, just talking, you can see she is out of, the little girl is out of her mind at, I don't know how old, what do you think she was?
About 10.
You know what I'm saying? If that, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then she's basically, you can see the mother is a monster. Okay. And the little girl at 7, you know what I'm saying? 7 years old. She look how she talking. She already a monster. You know what I'm saying? And my brother, what we have to look at is something is wrong. The way we've been doing things as a people, you know what I'm saying, is totally wrong. We need to examine everything we believe in. You know what I'm saying? We got to take a look at it and say, well, how does this happen right here? You see what I'm saying? Like that little girl, she gonna grow up and be a monster just like her goddamn mother. Right. I belong.
Please, if I'm not mistaken, Captain, I believe the little girl said, "Oh, my dead father," in the video. So the father, if I had to take a guess, died in violence.
Yeah.
I mean, America got the black family structure completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Our men are being killed or thrown into jails.
That's it.
Our women are whores, don't know how to be mothers.
Yeah.
So in turn, our children are destroyed.
That's it.
And if the family is destroyed, then as a nation, a race of people, we destroyed.
Well, we still suffering the effects from the crack era. You know what I'm saying? Like the crack era, man, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just, it decimated families. It ain't just destroyed the people who was smoking the crack. You see what I'm saying? Like they put crack in all our communities. Damn near all our people was on crack at one point in time. You see what I'm saying? And now you're looking at a race of people, you know what I'm saying, that was turned into zombies for a whole decade. Right. And so what you think gonna happen to this zombie? You think they're gonna be a great parent?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They stealing from their own children. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Nintendos went missing back then. So now you didn't destroy the generation of people by giving them this narcotic, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, the people who selling it, you know what I'm saying, they selling these drugs to their own people. Majority of them end up in prison. So they what happen? They go to prison, you know what I'm saying, and get mental illness from being locked up. The people who smoking drugs is suffering mental illness. So now you're dealing with a race of people who have been through slavery, been through all type of trauma here in America. You try to wipe them out with crack, you know what I'm saying? And then you turn around in 2025 and say, I don't know what's wrong with them. Why are they acting like this?
Right.
Somebody just had their hand up, you know what I mean? Slocky, you know what I mean? So this is totally insane. You know what I'm saying? The situation that we in, and you see, this is a first-hand look at the effect, you know what I'm saying, of having a broken home, the effect that it has on our children.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
If I may, like what we just witnessed was what people always say, a generational curse. You understand? Like that mom, obviously, she's stealing, lying in front of her daughters at 12, gets caught in the lie, and then you see the reactions and how her daughter acts, that's only going to get worse through time if this type of situation keeps continuing.
That's it.
You understand? Which is the byproduct of the society we live in, which is ruled by the so-called white man, and engulfs our black households, Hispanic, Native Indian households, to keep creating small monsters, and they're going to keep birthing small monsters.
That's it.
If they even give the child a chance to live or be birthed. Get us there. That's the price. It's either this or the abortion clinics for our children, our society, if we don't have the Lord.
That's it. Y'all done. Make sure y'all highlight some of these comments too. I can vote big and bold so we can see them. Roman one. Go ahead, up.
Kind of what Con said, and also, you know what I'm saying, what was not realized as well is like these cops is letting her, you know what I'm saying, say all that stuff right now, give her a couple years, and they gonna put that little girl on top of her neck for saying that same thing.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like for some reason, you know, we believe that we could talk to the police like white people talk to the police. Right. we still delusional about being citizens. We wondering why we getting cracked over the head with a nightstick for saying 2 words to the police. You see what I'm saying? Like we haven't figured it out yet. You know what I'm saying? That even though, you know what I'm saying, you got a damn social security card and a birth certificate that say United States of America, you still haven't figured out that you're not a citizen.
Right.
And so therefore you expected to get treated with the utmost care like you a damn citizen. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And this is just sad. And once again, that's just one little girl, but so many of our little girls are acting like this, man. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna grow up and be a woman. Right. And what's scary is she may grow up and be somebody's mother one day.
Yeah,
somebody I know you. Do you think you're gonna get a wife out of that? Like we are in hell, brother. We gotta be retaught. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We got to first and foremost, we have to get our culture. We got to start all over. You know what I'm saying? And that start comes with the ISUBK under Commander General Yahanna. You know what I'm saying? Take a good look at what we doing when we standing out on these street corners, these classes that we having, the podcast that we doing. It's all to make sure that our young daughters don't end up in this manner in the business way. First and foremost, if the woman had been getting the proper leadership, she wouldn't been in there stealing no glasses. No way. The hell you in there stealing glass? I could see if you stealing some food, you know what I'm saying? Because you trying to feed your daughter. She in there stealing glasses, which shows you that she is vain as could be. You see what I'm saying? And got a daughter with her. Why she stealing?
Yeah, come
You see what I'm saying? Wrong one. Please.
The daughter had less clothes on than the mama.
Yeah.
The daughter literally didn't have nothing. Like I'm looking at this child at 6, 7 years old, and she's showing more of her body than her own mother is. You know what I'm saying? They just show you how terrible of parents we are mentally, and of course because of the slavery we in.
Yeah.
It just show you how bad of parents we are, because we don't know when we doing something. She thinks she okay. She think that she's, you know, allowing her daughter to express herself. You know, that's what women do these days. I want my daughter to express it because I didn't get to do that when I was young. I couldn't put on those type of clothes, so I just let my daughter put on those clothes now because now you can express yourself, and it's a horrible sight to see something like that.
It is, man. But that's why in the round table of truth, we're gonna address it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like y'all may not like what we say, but we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime you in a struggle, you know what I'm saying, for power, or you in a position where you trying to fix a people, dialogue is the best thing that you can have. You know what I'm saying? So we always in the ISUBK, we always, no matter what, we gonna say what need to be said.
I'm right, sir.
So
one more point. Like of course, like you heard, like the daughter's like, I know whose glasses they are. She was about to lie for her mom or whatever the case may be. It makes me think of that one video that we played with those 3 young black kids stealing from that Target the other week. And it said it's because we see our parents do it, we believe it's okay and it's justified or it's right. Like that's why those 3 kids went up to the Target that one time and said, "Oh, this is our stuff."
You can't.
We felt entitled.
What you saying so heavy? You can't be telling a kid to do right while you doing wrong.
Right.
Like kids emulate what they see. You see what I'm saying? Like if you growing up, you know, a generational curse of the father not being in the home is because women have been taught, you know what I'm saying, that they don't have to respect a commitment with a man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Marriage ain't even no such thing as marriage in the black community. You know what I'm saying? A woman leaves, you know what I'm saying, whenever the hell she want to leave. You see what I'm saying? Ain't a commitment. You know what I mean? Looking like I ain't got to be with this nigga, you know what I'm saying? The nigga, you know what I'm saying, that made me mad, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, you know what I mean? So we don't even understand you know, the importance of what it is to be committed and in a relationship when the Lord understands it. That's why it's in the Bible. Once again, if you don't follow the manual, the results are going to be bad. You understand? So now we have the our embarrassment and shame is before our face every day.
Every day.
Because we don't want to follow the rules that the Lord, I'm talking about the rules that God put down. We want to ignore, we think we more intelligent than the Most High.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so where these women saying that they don't need a man, and brother, they are raisers. The Bible tell you that an unclean woman is going to bring forth a monster. And that was a monster right there.
You see what
I'm saying? Y'all done?
It's so heavy.
Coming to you next, Juan.
It's so heavy what you were saying. I don't want that, like women leave relationships right now just because of their happiness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We understand, you know what I'm saying, as man of knowledge that, you know, happiness only comes from what's happening around you.
That's
it.
That's it.
Events happen good around you, you be happy for a minute. Sometimes sometimes things don't go your way.
Look, I had a whore leave me, right? She still said the same thing. She said, because I wasn't happy. So I named her Happy then, you know what I'm saying? I took her phone out, you know, on my phone, and I put Happy. One thing about happiness, man, you know, it goes and comes. Right. You know, that's and it goes to show you how childish a woman can be. This is why a woman is supposed to be under the authority of a man, because a man ain't childish. A man is serious, man. Or at least he's supposed to be. But of course, a man ain't gonna be serious if he's in the home with a woman, being raised by a woman all day. He ain't gonna learn what it is to be a man. Then you get with these men and wonder why they so goddamn childish. Where was the father that was raised? Where was he at? You see what I'm saying? So I mean, we in one hell of a condition, you know what I'm saying, for not following the rules. You go to a job, and that job doing well, and when you go in there for orientation, first thing they show you is on the bulletin board is the rules in that job that have kept that job successful and intact. They tell you, man, this business has been successful for 50 years, and here's why. Now, who in the hell walks in the orientation and say, man, I ain't listening to none of that shit. I'm gonna come on up in here and do what the hell I want to do.
Right. Right.
That's a person right there. They're gonna be walking your ass out them doors. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, you know what I'm saying, you can't just not follow rules. You see what I'm saying? And so, come on now, we got to wake up, and we got to wake up as a people, and I mean quick.
That's right.
All right. Somebody else had their hand up. All right. Let's. You done? You had something, Juan?
No. All what I was just gonna say, Cap, like the destruction of a lot of our sisters out here that has children without the aid of a man that can be the lead and guide that household is what's going to be more detrimental, especially with what the white man is putting in action right now, as far as the parents being responsible for their children and committing crimes.
Yeah,
we went over this, I believe, like last week or week before last on the podcast.
That's it.
If they shall happen to commit a crime, then the parents will go to jail for it. Now, this woman right here, she was the one who committed the crime instead of the daughter.
Yeah.
Now, if it was the daughter on her hand, then she would be reaping the repercussions of her actions.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, the woman herself, she's a victim of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't know how to conduct herself because she wasn't raised properly. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is a disease that just keep passing on from generation to generation. White supremacy don't just work with them burning a cross on your line and hanging you.
Right.
White supremacy is sophisticated as well. White supremacy sitting up in there in the White House, been sitting there for a long time. It's sitting with the senators and the mayors, the people who create laws, the people who control the banks. The white man has created the black world that we live in right now. This nightmare we live in. White people created this world that we living in.
Right.
You understand? And it's something that we can no longer continue to ignore.
Right. Real quick, Cap,
please,
because it was so heavy what you said earlier. That video we just watched with the young sister or the young girl with her mama, it shows you not only what happens, you know, when a man ain't in authority in the household, but also when the child runs the household, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
But this is the same thing that happens if a woman runs a household with a man in it. And it's also the same thing that happens when the man run the household that don't have the Most High in his mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we looking at this and we saying this is foul. This is messed up.
Yeah.
But this is the exact same thing. Just because it's a child, it's a baby. It's a baby if it's a man, a Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian man that doesn't have the Most High. It's the same exact thing.
Think about how destroyed the brother got to be to lay down with something like that. That sister clearly, you know what I'm saying, brain ain't functioning well. Like you seen the daughter talking like that, who you think she get that mouth from? Yeah, right. And if you get what you said so heavy is if you don't come and get the wisdom and the knowledge of the Lord, then you ain't gonna know the right woman to pick. You ain't gonna have a clue. You'll just lay down with anything, you know what I'm saying, because you trying to bust a nut. You see what I'm saying? And when you trying to bust a nut, you like a pit bull or a horse or anything or animal. You know what I'm saying? They ain't looking at the brain of another animal. They trying to bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? What y'all want me to say? Ejaculation? I mean, what words y'all want me to say? Go ahead.
Real quick, Cap.
Go ahead.
Adult representation of what that little girl is gonna be is Krayshawn Rock.
Right.
That's exactly who she's gonna be when she grow up.
That's it. Your orgasm. That's the word. That's the professional word that I was looking for. Orgasm. Like when you chasing the orgasm mark, you will lay down with anything, right? But you got to remember now, you know what I'm saying, that a woman is supposed to have a brain. This woman you land with is going to, you saying that I want this woman to be the mother of my children.
Right.
And if you lay down with the wrong woman, what you telling yourself is, I want to be on child support. You got to start looking at women and say, this is child support right here. I'm good to go.
Right.
This is a sexually transmitted disease right here. I'm good to go. You see what I'm saying? Oh, this woman right here has a healthy mind. She been raised well. I'm gonna have a great future with this woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna invest and build something. This is the woman that I should pick. And until we start doing that, brother, we're gonna keep creating monsters.
Where
we at with?
I'm right.
Come on, moving on. Where we're gonna be going into a video about a sister talking about abortions. Is that being the number one killer of Black babies and the statistics on it.
Please.
Profound moment was when I realized and I was educated that abortion has disproportionately affected the Black community and that I was a part of that number now. I was a part of that statistic. I had no idea that abortion was at one point targeted directly towards Black women and children, and that it was mainly successful because of the silence in the Black community. And a part of that was when I found out that my mom canceled an abortion appointment with me. My mom and dad were scheduled to have an abortion appointment, and at the very last minute, my dad changed his mind and told my mom she would have to go through with the pregnancy. My dad stepped in, and because of his fatherly protection, I'm here today. My most
Give it up for the brother, man. Shit. Where we going, priest? I will on.
Come on,
please,
man. Cap, I was just gonna say, how selfish can you be seeing that you're alive? And
I was just gonna say that
your parents had you. How selfish can you be to murder your child and not allow them to have life?
Right. Yeah. Right. I thought, well, go ahead, y'all down.
Hey, I don't want it just reminded me of, saying going to doctor's appointment, with Nas when we was about to have Nas. Nas, we knew he had a heart condition before, he was born. So, it was several accounts where they approached us over and over again. Like y'all think about, termination because y'all could try again.
Yeah. They like this ain't a human being here.
Right. Kind of a concert. I just, thank the Most High for having a rib like that is
big
not.
Shout out. Big shout out to your rib.
They were trying to get me to step out of the room and everything.
Come on, man. Talk about it.
If you won't want to talk to it, like, man, we married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Please.
But if you need him to step out of the room for you to make the decision, we'll have him step out the room.
Dang.
Crazy one.
Good
That's how,
night.
that's how white supremacy works.
Hey, Connor Wakan,
In other
sir.
words, this ain't his decision, it's your decision.
Right.
Even though y'all done came together, you know what I'm saying, and made this baby together, we coming directly to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once again, which is so diabolical, you know what I'm saying, that we have let the devil. Now, the white man is the devil. America is hell for us. How in the hell we gonna let the devil, you know what I'm saying, have us be, you know what I'm saying, at war with each other,
Right,
as far as black men and black women?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like white people, they didn't always had, you know, gender wars.
Yeah, kind of.
You see what I'm saying? The white woman want more rights and this, that, and other. That they gender war, that ain't got nothing to do. How you gonna have a gender war between black men and black women and you in slavery?
Right.
You understand? Okay, if you in slavery, that means already you in a negative position. You already in a bad spot. So now if we supposed to be trying to get out of slavery, it would make more sense that we supposed to be together more than any other people on the face of God green earth.
Right.
Like what in the hell we doing going to war? That means, you know what I'm saying, it's somebody that is putting something in between us that we can't see. You see what I'm saying? And we going forward every time. Once again, going to that Bible. Go to the book of Genesis. That serpent, which was a man, came and caused a division between Adam and Eve.
That's right.
And when he caused that division, they end up doing what? Following the rules and the tradition of people that the Lord said not to follow.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Which is what we doing here in America right now. Like the whole thing about the abortion, which abortion is us like anything, it's unaliving. You know what I'm saying? The other murderer. That's just what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, what would make you think it's okay to kill a baby that is defenseless?
Right.
I'll tell you what's okay. Believing in white Jesus.
That's right.
White Jesus allow you to do that. The nigga Jesus, he don't allow you to do that.
Right.
Which is why you hate him. That's why, remember, the black Jesus, he was hated in the Bible because he stood for morality.
That's right.
The white Jesus, man, you can be a sinner, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And he's still gonna love you. You see what I'm saying? So the belief in that type of God is why we so goddamn. That's what make our daughters believe that they can just go commit this crime. You see what I'm saying?
It's like you said, and the heavy what you're saying, it's a crime, and they don't consider it a crime.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's so like you said, it's so diabolical that over the years and over the programming and constantly put it in our face and reassuring our sisters of it, they have pushed now that abortion is just another form of birth control.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of using a condom, instead of taking a pill,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You can go out here and be as reckless as you are getting that injection. You got to be as reckless as you want. And then at the end of the day, you can hit the abortion clinic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And our sisters are not realizing, like you said, that it is a form of murder because you're unaliving an innocent baby that cannot defend itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's inside of your body trying to grow and be nourished and come into fruition.
Yeah.
And you're gonna snuff his little light out before it ever has a chance to breathe its first breath.
And really what it is systematic population control.
You
know what I'm saying? They want to be able to control, you know what I'm saying, the population of black people. They don't want too many of us here in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How is it that China got 1 billion people, India got 1 billion people, and we sitting here in America with 40 million people?
Right.
You understand? And other countries got 1 billion people.
Right.
We ain't having as much sex as the East Indians and China.
Right.
China, we ain't doing that.
This guy is
right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to have big families. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. Like black people used to have big families, and the white man looked at that and said, "Oh, that's a negative."
Right.
Well, they can't be having all these goddamn kids. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So pretty much everything that they, you know, the condition that we in right now, they didn't always came up with a plan to destroy it. So abortion, she just said they disproportionately are put in black communities, and that should tell you right there that that's oppression.
Right.
You understand? Like we're being targeted to genocide our children.
If I may, like
Please.
it's always been the so-called white man's talent to be able to justify murder.
Mm-hmm.
Get this saying? Like if you change the name from baby to fetus or organism or something like that, then okay, well, cool. It's not a baby yet because now it's a fetus.
Exactly.
Like they try to change they use a little bit of the terminology like they do because they're also cunning. They have, like the scriptures say, their words are smoother than butter, weren't they?
Right.
That's right. And then like the same way they say it's in the 10 Commandments, which Christianity says you shall not kill. But then they still have lethal injections in the prison system.
Exactly.
Well, they're legalizing murder, aren't they?
Real talk.
Same way in abortion clinics, or it's self-defense. No matter what kind of murder that they perpetuate, they will use their smooth words to make it justifiable.
That's it.
And that's the thing that we learn from. Now we're justifying murder as well.
Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Pass the mic to Ryan.
I want to piggyback what Officer Lamont was saying. What he's saying was so heavy because one thing about scientists, when NASA went to Mars, they saw little micro germs. And they consider that life.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, which is so insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're willing to call a little germ on Mars called life.
Yeah.
They'll say there's life on Mars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, don't our babies have life?
Yeah, right.
Don't like the baby, the sperm connect to the egg or form of feces? Isn't that life itself?
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
You gotta make it make sense, man.
Man, give a brother a hand. Go ahead, Avalon. Please.
Man, Cap, I would advocate for brothers once they first meet a woman and they considering dating her, I would advocate that they ask them three things, three questions,
please.
One being, would you have an abortion? Another being, ask them, have you had a father in your life? And the third one, I would ask to see their my chart. I want to see your hospital records to see if you all the way to WAB and capable of having sex.
That's it.
But for sure, I would ask a woman before dating her, would you get an abortion or have you had an abortion?
Real talk.
Very
important. What I'm saying? That's heavy. That's a heavy thing to ask because what people don't understand is once these young girls start having, our young daughters start having abortions, they suffer from so much mental damage, you know what I mean, from having it. You know what I mean? It's like anybody that kill people, you know what I'm saying? They ask a person that can kill 2 or 3 people, man. You know what I'm saying? They mentally, they ain't all the way right. So imagine a woman, you know what I'm saying? She didn't had 3 and 4 abortions, you know what I'm saying? And this society is treating it like is, okay for them. It's like they damn near make young women like it's going to get their hairs and nails done. It's just another day at the office. When meanwhile you are unaliving the child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you going to church every Sunday talking about you worshiping God. When the Bible says thou shalt not kill. So that goes to show you what God is you think you follow. You damn sure ain't following that. When y'all Christians at this point, y'all should take that Bible out of the church.
Right.
Take that Bible out of the church and replace it with the book of Satan.
God.
That's what it should be. At this point, y'all should just say, you know what, man, we ain't gonna never follow that Bible. We ain't gonna never do what God say. We are Satan worshipers, and that's just what it is. Now you're fronting like you people of God. You fronting like you carrying that Bible and doing what the Lord say, but you're not doing what the Lord say. Do you really think in your stupid mind that God, Lord Christ, you know what I'm saying, that God, you know what I'm saying, the scriptures say a child is a blessing. A child is a blessing from the Lord. Do you really think in your stupid demonic mind that God is with you, you know what I'm saying, in the whole situation with having abortions? He not with you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna not only are you gonna suffer, you know what I'm saying, from mental damage, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is gonna be against you, man. And that's why so many of you women, y'all damn womb, you know what I'm saying, by the time you ready to have children, your damn womb ain't no good. Now you can't even carry the damn child. Because you didn't had 7 and 8 goddamn abortions, man. Like this place right here is evil as these people that we following are evil as hell, like, you know what I'm saying? And by us following, you know what I'm saying, these people, they have made us evil as hell. You know what I'm saying? To the point that we don't even, it's like we don't even understand what in the hell we doing by continue to live like this. Like these young girls, you are wiping out your people, man.
Right.
Do you not understand that, man?
Right.
You stupid little girl.
Right.
If a person acting stupid, call them stupid. You understand?
Come
you
with
do
God.
not understand what in the hell you doing, man.
Right.
Y'all done?
what's so heavy about what you just said, I don't want is, man, the fact that they turning these little sisters into, you know what I'm saying, legal serial killers.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And
that's
like
it.
you said,
Damn, legal serial killer. Good night.
Con.
Go ahead, priest.
it's just disgusting. Like you said, I don't want, like, they wear, you know what I'm saying, like, not having kids is a badge of honor.
Right.
You know, I'm single. I'm 30 years old. I don't have no kids.
Mhm.
But how many abortions
have you had?
Have you had in your lifetime? Like,
Real
you,
talk.
You know what I'm saying? If you a sister that's holding yourself precious and you ain't had sex with another, that is something that you should wear as a badge of glory. But you know what I'm saying, you done had 10 abortions at 30 years old. That ain't nothing cute. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because China got 1 billion people, India got 1 billion people, and they two of the world's number one. They not number one, but they superpowers. Got nuclear weapons and all. Like, having children is how you make your race strong. If you don't have babies, you know what I'm saying, then you gonna be in a damn jam. You ain't gonna have a military. You know what I'm saying? Like China, you know what I'm saying, even though they got 1 billion people, they didn't have so many boys. They looking for, because they was killing the damn women babies, I believe.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So, brother, it is so demonic, so super demonic to be doing what we doing. I mean, it's insane. Lamont.
Oh, of course, we're going to focus on the sisters having the abortions because they're the ones going into the clinics. But you black women, black men, Hispanic or Native Indian men and women that are in the clinics that have them nursing degrees and, you know, the hospital degrees, committing the abortion themselves with them claws and them clamps and ripping them babies apart, that blood's on your hands just as much as it is the mother's. You understand? Right. You're a doctor supposed to be protecting life, but your job is now to end life. You a murderer, and that's your job. You know, you need to correct your job.
Hey, Cap, and if I could to add on to that point, every crime has its punishment. You know, like Officer Yahanna said, you might be a legal serial killer, and like to Officer Lamarck's point, the ones in the abortion clinic, they're legal mass murderers.
That's it.
You know what I mean? But for the sisters that are going out here and having these abortions, the Most High has a punishment for them, Cap, because abortions have been linked to various forms of cancer that develop in women. One abortion, a sister can develop breast cancer. She can develop ovarian cancer. She can develop colon cancer. It's various forms of cancer that have been linked to sisters having abortions. And then one abortion, they could go sterile, never be able to have a baby again.
That right there is clearly judgment. You know what I'm saying? And are they doing it? Once again, this comes from what they being taught. You understand? Like, they being taught to go chase a career. Like, you getting a degree is more important than bringing forth life. And listen, our young daughters think that this is okay.
Right.
You understand? Or what else does having abortions do? It covers up how much of a whore you done been. That's really what it does. Yeah, well, you telling somebody, I ain't got no kids, you know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, the graveyard, you know what I'm saying, got 10 of your children laying in the grave right now. You listen, you don't know who them children could. It could have been somebody that was going to uplift the race. How the hell would you know? How will we know? How will we know what, you know what I'm saying, great people, you know what I'm saying, that are laying in the graves right now that we ain't even give a chance to live.
That's right.
And you want to tell me that the white man ain't the devil that the Bible speaks of? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And as long as we continue as a people to follow the devil and believe in what white people believe in, brother, we gonna pay for it. Not as we only gonna pay for it, the people that you believe in about to come down on you and really put the hurt on you like you ain't never seen before. This is why God said you ain't supposed to join another race of people.
That's right.
Integration is a sin according to the Bible.
That's right.
Voting for another race of people is a sin according to the Bible.
That's right.
We don't understand any of these things, man. You understand, Kwan? Please.
Sir, if I could, I just want to say, because there was one key part in the video that she said. In the video, she said that abortion was successful was because the black community was silent about it. But we, in SBK, the community, Yahanna, we're not silent about it. We speak about it.
Damn right.
And also we touch on, and also we touch on the issues pertaining towards abortion and also the solution about it, because just like the same way her father touched on abortion as far as for preventing that from happening, like me, like myself, like I'm a survivor of abortion because my mother wanted to abort me until my grandfather stepped on in to prevent that from happening. So that's why Black fathers are needed in the Black households to be leaders that can govern our communities. And that's it.
This brother a certified priest. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for them stepping in. He wouldn't be sitting here right now. You know what I'm saying? This is why you must have them children. If you listen, it's a rule. If you don't want to have children, don't have sex. That's all you got to do. Don't be selfish, man. You know what I'm saying? Do not do that. You know what I mean? You wanna have sex, but you don't want to have babies. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna work. A Roman one.
I just want to bring up one small point that you brought up about a little bit earlier, where you talking about the powers and how they don't abort kids in these power countries like Korea and China and all that. You go to those countries, they don't abort babies there.
Right.
They don't do that because they understand that children is the way you have power. That's how you build
children
power.
are your future.
They're your future.
Now, Whitney Houston saying that children are your future. Was it Whitney?
Come with God.
Yeah, teach them well and let them lead the way.
It's so heavy that you brought that out because our people, we just mentally just delete the fact that our power comes from us growing.
Right.
Solidarity ain't with white people or with other people like that. It's with us growing our own people, growing our own children, making them strong. Like you even look at the Bible, like it always talked about how these young men became kings and warriors. David, what I'm saying? Even Moses, what I'm saying, became a warrior. Like these things are lessons learned to our Black people, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Yeah, and the women. What I'm saying? That like our growth don't come with holding hands with the white man. That will not happen. We will never grow and be a great nothing with the white man because they hate us.
That's it.
But
Damn right.
China gonna be great because guess what they gonna do? They gonna have as much sex and as many babies as they can have, become powerful. That's what we got to do as Black, Hispanics, Native American, Indians. We got to have as much sex and as much babies as possible, so we can be the most powerful. I mean, the Lord with us, so we're gonna be even greater than anybody who ever even attempted.
The problem with us is that we want to act like children when it comes to sex, meaning we want to have sex with no responsibility.
Right.
Brothers, you know what I'm saying, they want to be able to have sex and throw a woman away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take a woman and treat her like an old pair of dusty shoes that you tired of, toss them away. When if you doing that, brother, you wicked as hell. You see what I'm saying? That you lay down with a woman according to God, not the white man, but according to God. When you having sex with a woman, the minute you enter that woman, you have told God that this is my wife.
Right.
And the woman, you have told the Lord, this is my husband. People always want to know, you know what I'm saying? Well, God talk to me. God ain't talking to your stupid ass. It's a damn demon in your damn head telling you to do the stupid shit you doing every day. God is talking with you when you read them rules that's in that Bible. That's one of the rules in the Bible is that sex is marriage.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And listen, it's a very serious thing. You sleep with the wrong person, you get a disease and die. When you lay with a person, you're gonna bring forth life.
That's right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So we want to not be responsible for having sex. A woman want to be able to sleep with whom she ever with and go commit abortions to cover up her whoredom, and that's no longer gonna work.
That's right.
You understand? Lord gonna been and created a new disease. You know what I'm saying, for us, because we are choosing. You know what I'm saying, to listen what he's trying to show us every day. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna move on. What we at next, please?
Come on. We gonna go into a video that we should not be surprised
Real
about.
quick before you go into that, we still waiting. I can brothers and sisters for Commander Yahanna to join us. Shortly, he still be joining us shortly. All right. As soon as he jump on, we're gonna be in the game with the general.
Come
Go
on,
ahead,
sir.
Please.
We're gonna go into a video and a story that I believe the entire world should not be surprised about. You're gonna go into a story about Little Nas X hospitalized after roaming the streets at 4 a.m. talking about a party.
That's good.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, real quick. Viewer discretion advised.
Oh, I was gonna do this.
Go ahead, Maya.
Oh, go ahead, Maya. Please.
Let me get that a voice going. The following video may contain scenes that are unsuitable for children of younger ages. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, man.
He's like the male Siri.
Can't even check. Somebody get him on that
Baby,
thing, man.
I want to do
They got
some
the
voice
professional
work.
voice.
Hire this man as a voice actor.
Let me get that Allstate commercial.
Come on with it, dog. Let's get it.
No. Hey,
What
don't
up?
be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Go ahead, babe. No.
He got tight.
No. Go ahead, babe. No. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that.
No shoes on.
Good night.
Hey, for everybody coming to the party. Yes, I am serving you. I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. That's gonna be a beautiful sunrise. Give me that phone so I can throw it. I'm gonna throw it far away so you never see it again. I don't like phones.
What the?
I was on.
Man, Cap, I'm not the drug expert, but I believe that brother's on Sherm.
Yeah,
That's like
Yeah.
a common denominator. You outside walking around naked. When niggas do Sherm,
Yeah.
that's what they get butt naked and just roam the streets.
That's it.
Something about that drug make you get naked.
Good night.
That's it, Lamar.
If I may, the terminology on what they said, hospitalized, is the perfect quote they could have put in there.
Yeah.
Because what he is in himself with the whole LGBT and the rainbow community is a mental illness.
Damn
He's
right.
been out of his mind for the longest in the world. We all know that, all his music and all he's been promoting and stuff for and so such.
Yeah.
So him doing this is not a surprise.
That's it.
This brother has an ailment in his mind and a demon, like we would always announce at UPK.
That's
His
it.
demon is the LGBT community.
Yeah.
And that demon leads you to do foolish things like this.
That's it.
Right.
It's to cause you to unalive yourself.
That's
If the
it.
people weren't watching this, he might have just ended up being dead tonight or unalive that night due to foolishness.
That's it.
You understand? You got to avoid these type of demons. Fight against the demons.
Damn right.
Get counseling, therapy, whatever you got to do.
That's it.
But if you embrace that,
That's it.
like it's called the pride movement, is what they
Right.
call the LGBT community.
Exactly.
Pride goeth before destruction, according to the Bible.
Damn right.
Damn right.
And as long as you join that prideful community,
Right.
you're risking your life and tempting the Lord 24/7.
Damn right.
One of the brothers, my partners, I said he was on the wiki stick. He might have been. Hey, no, look, wiki stick, man. He done went way back with
You
the
know what
wiki
I'm
stick.
saying?
A lot of our listeners talk about that. What the hell is a wiki stick? You know what I'm saying? It's a bottom fluid cigarette.
Right.
Okay. Why in the world you would smoke a bottom fluid? I haven't figured that out yet. You
Never
understand?
understood that.
But somebody else had a point on this one. I think you had your hand up.
Yeah, come on.
Please.
Well, to Officer Lamar's point, listen, one thing that we in our community we got to do, period, point blank, is accept the fact that the LGBTQ is a mental illness.
That's it.
First, you got to recognize, like any disease, any issue, any health issue, you have to recognize that you have a problem, accept it, and then seek help. You know what I mean? Because you're born a man, but for some reason you think that you're supposed to be a woman, or you're born a woman and you think you're supposed to be a man. Last time I checked, and get me right on this, sir, if you have identity issues, isn't that a form of schizophrenia? Don't they call that being schizo?
Yeah.
So obviously homosexuality is a form it's a heightened form of schizophrenia, you know what I mean? And it was considered a mental illness until the 70s. You know what I'm saying? It was considered a mental illness, I think, until what was it, 73 or 76?
Yeah.
Until the 70s, when the same year that they decided to make homosexuality, take it out of the mental health book, is the same year they legalized abortions. So obviously that was intended to be an affront and an attack on the black community.
An agenda.
Kind of what kind?
You know what I'm saying? Like once they destroyed the home, then you figure you can come in and basically teach your children, you know what I'm saying, whatever the hell you want to teach them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And of course, turning our men into homosexuals is one of the agendas of America.
Come.
They naturally homosexual, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
yeah.
we fought that demon. That ain't nothing that ever been really accepted in the black community until of late, the last 20 years, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? We have accepted that demon, you know what I'm saying? And the sister just said something heavy. She said, this is Sister Princess Nakaf. She said going to the church and being baptized is not going to save you from your homosexuality sin.
Damn
Give the
right.
sister a hand. You know what I'm saying? And what's so heavy about what the sister is saying, it ain't gonna save you from your homosexual sin, because they teaching you that this lifestyle is okay.
Right.
That once again, anytime you have a religious institution that's telling you God's laws are removed and you don't have to keep God's laws, then you opening up. It's like opening up the door to every demon that exists out there and saying, come on into this place right here.
Right.
But yet you calling this the house of God.
Right.
How can you call it a house of God when you're not following the rules that God said to follow? Old or New Testament, the Lord say that living a homosexual lifestyle is wrong.
Right.
If God said it is wrong, then why is the church filled with so many homosexuals? And if the church is filled with so many homosexuals, why do y'all get mad at us for saying that the Christian church is the house of Satan?
Right.
Why would you get mad at us at that?
Right.
This brother is clearly out of his mind. It was okay when he made that song. What was the name of the song he got popular for?
The rodeo song.
The rodeo song.
That Old Town Road
song.
Yeah.
It was okay when he made that song and it was popular and people loved it and kids and all that. Meanwhile, this cat right here is a disgusting piece of garbage. You know what I'm saying? And like the sister say, of course, the church ain't gonna ever cure the homosexual sin because they goddamn parading it. They pushing for it. The only way that the homosexual sin gets corrected or somebody gets saved from that demon is if you teach against it.
Damn right.
You got to teach against these demons. You got to teach against, you know what I'm saying, some lesbianism. You got to teach against men being with men. And so people will have something to work towards. You can't say we taking the rules away and then to say, well, why these people turning out like this?
Right.
Institute the Lord's rules. Let's keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And when you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to create better people. When you create better people, guess what you're going to have? Better families.
Right.
When you got good families, guess what you're going to have? Now you got a strong black community. And this is why we tell you, brothers and sisters, we understand you trying to help and trying to fix black people, but you cannot fix black and brown people without the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
It's good to march through the neighborhood and saying you standing up, you know what I'm saying, and you going out. Some brothers, I seen one of your video where these brothers is in Detroit. They was walking in the stores talking about they gonna shut the business. I say, look at my people go ahead.
Hey, so like, yeah, Cap, you sent me that video, man. This brother walking up to people with savages. They trying to close the doors. This brother like, no, like I'm
we gonna shut this establishment down.
Damn.
You understand? So once again, our people, man, it feel like you know, of course we want to stand up as we should want to stand up,
right?
But you can't do it without the rules.
That's right.
Without the moral compass, black people and brown people, you're not gonna be able to fix black people without God's law, statutes, and commandments. You're not gonna be able to do it. Lamont,
come
please.
Going on, where we're gonna of course these stories happen 24/7 in America, especially lately with 12. You understand? But there was an atrocious matter that happened with a brother in the back seat of a car, and they yoked him up and did all the unjustifiable things that could happen. Yeah, for me, while he's pulling it up, like I get that, you know, ICE is happening. You understand? They coming for our Hispanic brothers, Hispanic tribes out there. You understand? You black folk, you so-called Negroes in America, you so-called African Americans, don't believe that it stops with the Hispanics.
Right.
You understand? ICE and police have always been against so-called minorities in America. They just targeting the ones that don't have their credentials when it comes down to the legal rights here. But they coming for you next.
Oh yeah.
You understand? You are a target on their hit list. You just not the first.
Right.
Go ahead, Ramon.
I just wanted to say one thing before we get out of there. Christianity it's so heavy about like everything y'all talking about. Christianity is the reason they put Christianity first before putting drugs and putting homosexuality and everything else into Black and Hispanics. Of course, we was slaves, everything. The reason they put Christianity first is because it gives us something to run back to. You know what I'm saying? It gives us something to run back to as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian man.
Right.
So Christianity gives us that. Now, once you implement Christianity, now you can run back with being a drug addict. Now you can run back with being a homosexual. Now you can run back with being somebody who aborted a kid. Now you can run back with that. That's why it was so important that America instilled Christianity with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians first. Because if they didn't do that first, we had a culture before that, but they had to make sure that culture was no longer in our veins. Because in order to finish the process, they had to have Christianity first. And now I could do everything else. That's why you see it 400 years now, 500 years now, whatever. Now being a homosexual is okay because you can run back to Christianity, and Christianity is okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. So if I may, like what you're saying, so heavy, priest, is that Christianity absolves you of the consequences of your actions.
Right.
You understand? As long as you claim the Christianity identity, you are allowed to live a life that no one else can judge. You understand? And that word judge is very important because no one can critique you on it. You understand? Or punish you for the action that you committed. That's why Christianity had to be installed first, is because Christianity absolves you of all blame of wrongdoings. You understand? That's what Christianity does. You are not any longer allowed to be punished for the actions that you commit as long as you classify as a so-called Christian. You understand? So but the point that you made is so heavy. You understand? That's why people make excuses for everyone to do whatever they do, is because they say, oh, I follow Jesus in the name of Christianity, so you're no longer responsible for the evil act that you commit.
Damn right.
All right, give it up. Come get the video off.
My God, yo.
Turn your phone.
It is on. Yo.
No, dude, you came up here and asked her about her fucking thing on her windshield, bro.
What the fuck? Who did that? Yo!
Whoa. I got a whole baby here, bro. I have a whole fucking baby here, bro.
Oh my God, yo.
Turn your phone.
It is on. Yo. I'm pressing harassment charges on you guys too. Stop! Oh my God, yo. Yo, get the fuck out!
So bad.
Hold on. I can't fucking see.
I'm pressing fucking charges, yo.
You got me fucking leaking, bro? In front of my baby, yo. Bro.
Listen to the gentleman.
Yeah, actually.
About a child support board?
Y'all got me fucked up. A child
No, dude. You see my face? No, imagine if you was a real human. I don't struggle with y'all, yo. No, I don't do that shit, though. I don't do that, and you know it. Everybody knows that. I don't struggle with y'all.
I'm so done
No,
with
I
you,
did not.
bitch ass
It's
cops.
a baby in the car.
I'm done with you, bitch ass cops.
Did one of y'all just shoot somebody for nothing?
Yep.
Ah.
And I'm going to that fucking lawyer too. And he in Erie. Y'all playing with the wrong fucking one.
Y'all done?
Man, that was a rough one out of one. As we see over and over again, you know what I'm saying? The law don't care about the law, you know what I'm saying, at all. So, you know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, as a Black, Hispanic or Native Indian, man, like when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying, in a situation like this, just do what the devil's, you know what I'm saying? Just comply to what they say, and then and go on about your business, man.
That's it.
Trying to struggle and talk about you have rights and different things of that nature.
That's it.
If you don't understand at this point
they don't care about anything that you thinking about as far as rights.
Right.
They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They're like, it's like you
When
going
we
in front of an animal.
when we gonna realize that? That's my
Right.
question to you. When we gonna realize that? I'm putting you on hot seat, y'all. When we go, y'all always put me on the goddamn hot seat. When we gonna realize that?
When we realize that when we standing in front of them, it's like when we standing in front of a lion and be like, just don't bite me.
Real talk.
Bite me. You know what I'm saying?
Real
Don't
talk.
attack me.
Real
you know what I'm
talk.
saying? Like this is
The
not.
lion don't understand that.
They gonna attack you. You're gonna die.
That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
That's it. And also another thing to add to your down point, we got to understand that we're not white people.
That's right.
As soon as he raised his voice and he cussed at the cop, he said, "Oh yeah, get your ass about this car." A white man can cuss at, "What the fuck are you doing, buddy?" He can do all that and not get pulled out the car. But if you black, even if you a black woman, and you get loud with the, that's it. He yanking you up out the car because you're not white.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Go on.
Like a manual for a situation like this is only to come into the IPK because we got to follow what Christ said on the scriptures to agree with our adversary without our heart in a way.
That's it. That's it.
Scripture also even say none call for justice. So a situation like this is real hideous, but this right here is a punishment that we have to suffer because of our ancestors and not by keeping the law in time past.
No doubt. You understand my y'all?
Hey,
Please,
Cap,
get down.
Well, to answer the question, Cap, when we gonna realize it? When Christ return.
That's it.
You know what I mean? But the sad thing about that video, because I watched that and I watched it. I mean, it was over. And once again, sisters, this brother got his whole head busted in front of his woman and in front of his child over a child support warrant. That was over child support. And the thing about it is those cops are going to get away with slamming his face to the ground and busting him open like that because they're going to say he resisted. When he grabbed onto that seat and didn't just get out of the car, he unwittingly justified everything that they did to him.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And that's the part we got to realize. Look, we don't telling the cop I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying?
How many times we got to watch that in the video?
Con.
I ain't even did nothing.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you did. I will tell you. Here's what you did. So we can make the record straight. Here's what you did, nigga. You was born.
Con.
That's what you did. You was born a black man or black woman. That's what you did. That's your crime here in America. Your crime in America is that you was born a black man or black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, Native Indian man, Native Indian woman. That is your crime, being born.
Damn right.
Hey,
Con, that's sluggy, Cap. That's heavy because your biggest crime is your skin. Is who you are. You know what I mean? And not realizing and recognizing that you are still a slave. Like the audacity of that Negro to talk back to them good white folk, you know what I'm saying, and not do what they told him to do with haste. You know what I mean? And be glad, be joyful to hop out that car and shuffle your feet and shut your black ass up. That's what they want.
I'm coming to you, Roman one. Any crimes, you know what I'm saying, that the police commit, if you filming it, you take that and give it to your lawyer, and then you can go get your lawsuit, and it'll go down like that. But the minute you get to talking about I ain't getting out the car and all this and that, you black people, I know you don't realize it yet. You've been in slavery for 400 years. But white people been cracking you in your head, splitting your head since police been doing this since the days of the plantation. This ain't that new. But I'm gonna hip you to something that you don't understand. After 400 and some years of being in this place, you are a second-class citizen,
right? If that,
right? You really are, because a white man would crack your head faster than he would a golden retriever. A pit, like dogs get treated better in America than blacks and Hispanics.
Damn right.
We must realize this. Can we realize this? Can we get can the congregation get an amen on this?
Get an amen?
Like black people always talk about, can we get an amen?
Right.
Can I get an amen on that? Damn. Now, once you realize that, you understand that okay, here a murderer is pulling me over right now. These people don't have a conscience. You heard what the brother said? Yeah, if you was human, you heard him say, if you was human, I got news for you. White people ain't human.
That's right.
They don't have a conscience for your pain. They don't care about splitting up your families and you aborting your children, or you going to prison, or them unalive and shooting you, just, you know, or putting men in prison for crimes that they don't care about your pain.
Right.
Do you not understand that? And a man that don't care about your pain is a man that you got to get away from.
Right.
And the only way to get away from this man is to turn back to the God that you hate.
That's right.
That God that them Israelites talking about on the corner, that's the one that you wave us off. Shut up, go get a job, and all this stuff here. We crazy and out of our mind. But that's the God that that's gonna save you out of this hell. Like these men that you waving off on these corners, talking about we crazy and all that. We the certified prophets of the Lord.
Damn right.
We've been telling you since 69. We've been telling you the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks, and you refuse to face it. And when you refuse to face the truth, you're gonna fall off a big cliff. And that cliff is coming in the name of race wars very soon. See with Donald Trump, we're gonna go into a story here tonight. You know what I'm saying? When the general come on about how Donald Trump is now he basically militarizing, putting militarized control in every major city. He just did it in DC. He on his way to Chicago and a few other cities he named next. He on his way, you know what I'm saying, to basically show the power that they can lock down the city at any point in time. It's an intimidation factor. You understand what I'm saying? So man, we're gonna go over that here tonight.
And if I may, you know, like with these, what people need to understand is, especially with black people, is the scriptures say just agree with our adversary when they in the way. Like when you get pulled over, just comply. Give him your ID, give him registration, insurance, get your ticket, go about your business. But also is that the police is called the law enforcement. I mean, force has a word in there. It means they are going to force you to subdue.
Oh yeah.
You understand? Force is an actionable thing.
That's it.
You understand? It's not, oh, we're gonna come and just require you of information. We're going to force you to comply to our demands.
That's it.
That's what they were made to do. That's why they came from the slave patrols.
That's it.
Back in the day, to force you to comply to your slave masters. It's no different now in 2025. The police are there to enforce that you subject yourselves to the laws of America.
Man, listen, why do they Ron? I'm sorry, go ahead, Ron. Please.
I had to bring this up because I watched this video a million times. You know, y'all send all the videos to me, and I gotta watch them 1,000 times.
Damn right. The
sister said, "Y'all don't know what y'all got coming. Y'all don't know what y'all." I'm taking video. Y'all don't know what y'all got coming.
Right.
It show you how insane this sister. And she think that putting a camera up in front of her boyfriend means that she finna get justice. It ain't nobody she ever seen in her life got justice before.
Please, white supremacy is at its height right now. You think they give a damn about a camera?
Right.
Like the brother said, it's like watching the National Geographic. They sitting there filming the damn lion, you know what I'm saying, eating the antelope. The lion look up at the damn camera and get to eat. You think the camera gonna stop the lion from eating?
Right.
You think the camera is gonna listen? Before they even get to the antelope, you see the lion crouch down in the grass getting ready to attack. They got the full camera on them and everything. He look up at the camera like, man, I'm still about to go eat this motherfucking antelope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if y'all sitting right here now.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Right, slow motion. The white man is the damn way. You niggas whipping out cameras, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that you shouldn't, but you whipping up that camera like it means something. It don't mean nothing. Your life don't mean nothing here in this place.
That's right.
That's what you don't understand. Now, what makes you here's what we have to examine. What makes us even think that our life means something in this place?
Right.
It ain't but one word: Christianity.
That's it. Right.
They're going to church, you know what I'm saying, believing in that Christian God, that God love everybody. We all created equal. We all bleed red. Let's hold hand. We want all this garbage that you believe. Then when you walk out that church on Sunday, you walk into the real world where the cops, you know what I'm saying, is cracking you over the head with a nightstick saying, nigga, you know what I'm saying, get your ass in that car. I don't give a damn if you done it or not.
Right.
But then you go on to church and get lied to for 2 hours, you know what I'm saying, and about something that is basically your mind get put in a state of illusion. Right. You understand? Like church is not a real place. Right. Church is for entertainment. That's what it is. Preacher get up there. He know you done going through hell in this place for 6 days, and on that day, on Sunday, he here to give you some smooth words, you know, to make you feel good about your oppression. Right. When you ain't supposed to feel good about your oppression. Right. You're supposed to be trying to find a way out of your oppression. That's right. If you really understood the Bible, what does the scripture say? Oppression maketh a wise man mad. That's right. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? You see us, why y'all so angry? Why are we angry? Like, why would you even ask an intelligent black man? With like most black men, they not angry. They didn't submitted themselves to this place. The men in the ISBK, we have not submitted ourselves to this place. Right, we angry as hell. That's right. On the conditions of what's going on with our people. Damn and right. A man that's angry is a man that eventually changes the situation from being anger. Like anger is for a good reason. The Lord get angry. Christ was angry. Anger is good if it's put in the right position. You understand? It's a place for anger. You understand? Somebody harm your daughter or your family, you supposed to be angry as hell. Christians got you thinking you supposed to walk around happy-go-lucky about every goddamn thing. Right. That ain't a man. You understand? That is not a man at all. You understand? So, man, it's sorry. It's a very horrible thing. The brother got dragged out of the car like that, but again, you know what I'm saying? Videos like this is something that we need to wake up to, you know what I'm saying? And figure out how to get out this situation. And the UPK, we know exactly how to get out this situation. Right. How we get out this situation is by turning back to the nigga God. That's right. You got a God just like the Arabs got a God. Right. The Arabs' God is Islam. Nigga, that ain't your God. Right. White people, they got a God. Who is their God? White Jesus, Christianity. Right. The Chinese, the Japanese, they got a God. Buddha is their God. The East Indians, they got a God. Africans, they got a God. Who is the God of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian? That God, you don't even want to hear about that God. Right. And that's why we suffer every day. Damn the Lord turning his back on you. He's turning his back on you to break your will or disobeying what the fuck he say. Excuse my language. Damn but right. I'm angry as hell about seeing stuff like this. And if you ain't angry, the nigga, you ain't even a man. Right. Damn so right. Fuck, you's a chump. Damn right, sir. Oh yeah, with it.
Moving forward, we gonna go into a topic about the brother Eric Donald. He was a truck driver. He went MIA for a period of time. Boy, and they just updated that they found him unalive.
Man, you brothers who out there driving trucks, man, Lord be with y'all, man. Because there's more and more, you know what I'm saying, of these goddamn cases or stories coming up. You know what I mean, with these damn truck drivers, man. It will go to show you that driving through America for a black Hispanic man, you ain't safe. Right. You're not safe. I mean, and listen, they used to have a book back in the day where it kind of showed you where to go. You ever done?
The way you should show you the sundown towns.
Yeah, and what to avoid and what black gas stations to go to and all that.
Yeah, I think it used to be called the Green Book. The Green Book.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do we got a new Green Book? Please.
It's called
the Atlas.
We had an Atlas back in the days, but it also showed you landmarks of everything. Well, for black people,
yeah,
they had something called Black Book. It was a Black Book that they had, or the Black Atlas, or whatever. You can look it up, and it tells you what not to go as a black man if you driving a truck.
Well, yeah, down there.
Yeah, what sure
the Negro Motorist Green Book. So,
yeah, that's it.
But it was called the Green. It was called the Green Book because it was all the places in there that were green lighted for us to go. But they had the red zones where if you go to this place, it was go at your own risk because you would not return from these places.
And go to show you, you know what I'm saying. This story here tonight. I think a few shows ago we went over a black brother got killed in the truck. This is damn near becoming an epidemic. And let me tell you something. This just the truck drivers. This ain't talking about the black people who traveling in cars, driving through these places. You know what I'm saying? That's ending up missing. You know what I mean? Like boy, oh boy. You know what I'm saying? Like our leaders have dropped the ball and put us in a mindset, brothers and sisters, like America is changed. America is post-racial now. These white people, they got a new mind. They accept us now. And this is what your leaders didn't taught you. When the Bible says never trust thine enemy.
Damn right.
That's what the scriptures say. You are never supposed to trust these people. Never think that America is ever going to accept you, because it is not.
That's right.
This is not going to happen.
Hey, Comic-Con, so it's like one of our because that's one good thing about being in the truth. We travel. You know what I'm saying? Our people have drank the Kool-Aid about we being in a post-racial America. Like, living in inner cities, living in major cities, and like we do, and living in the rural areas like we do, we're all congregated together. And yeah, we experience racism, but we don't realize that outside of these major metropolises, major metropolitan areas that we live in, is a lot of country rural areas, and they are majority Edomites. You know what I'm saying? And when you going into these areas, these Edomites, aka white people, do not like black people. Right. Outside of Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, LA, you know what I'm saying, Detroit, St. Louis, when you're traveling outside of those areas, you are going into Clanville.
That's where you
know what I'm saying?
That's where you going. Man, listen, if you I just want to say a quick public announcement real quick. Please support our super chat. You know what I'm saying? If you're enjoying what you're hearing, you're right here on the Round Table of Truth. These brothers put in a lot of hard work. You know what I'm saying? We coming right back with another show on Sunday, or whatever the case may be, taking away time from our families, our wives, children, and all that. Support the super chat, you know what I'm saying? And support this. When you show us support, we take the funds and put it towards the work of the Lord.
That's right.
That's what we do. So please support that super chat. I just want to say that.
Damn right.
Y'all supporting Reverend Brown.
Right.
Reverend Ronald, give me a Reverend Ronald the third, always a third or the second on that.
Comic-Con, so I want to add one thing that these devils be looking for when brothers and sisters is traveling out of town is a soft target. So if they perceive you to be vulnerable or by yourself, or you with somebody and y'all look weak, they're going to attack.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, we travel all the time.
Yeah.
When white people see us, they bout it. They say, "Nah, not them.
Not them niggas.
We gonna pick somebody else."
That's
Right.
it. That's
Damn
it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So be safe. Let's get to the video, but be safe out there traveling alone. Let's get the video real quick.
We do have an update on the truck driver, Eric Darnell. Unfortunately, he was found unalived. Now, if you don't know what's been going on with this case, this is a driver from Birmingham, Alabama. He was on a routine trip that he was going to drop off in Memphis, Tennessee. And at one point, he was on the phone with his wife. And the last time she talked to him was at 3:00 in the morning. Now, it was being stated that he had actually stopped a little bit outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, which that is my city. And it looks like his truck was found with the keys in the truck, but his login and other items were gone. It is being reported that he was found by a tree with a rope around it. Now, of course, I've been looking for news outlets. A lot of people are not reporting this. So as soon as I get some more concrete information, I am going to come back to you guys. I just wanted to come and let you know, unfortunately, he has been found and he is unfortunately unalive. Guys, we need to push this story because, again, no one is talking about this, and apparently it is an epidemic going on right now. A lot of black truck drivers are coming up missing. This is like the
repeat it. Room one.
I want to let everybody know before we even get to this subject. Captain Marquard called me. Soon as he heard this video and watched it, Captain Marquard called me. He said, "Hey, priest, hey, you good?" I said, "Come on, could you do this? Could you do that?" I ain't gonna say what the real, but he said, "Could you do this? Are you able to do this? Are you able to do that?" Like, it wasn't like he wanted to know, because I'm a truck driver, so I've been doing it for 12 years. He wanted to make sure that I was safe because he see the turmoil that's going on with black you know what I'm saying, and brown truck drivers. And I just really want to big up you, Cap, because this brother called me every single day to make sure I'm good, just because he see a video like this in his eyes, he like, I want to make sure my brother okay. I want to make sure he good. And I want to appreciate. I just want to say,
ain't no sweat out. Listen, man. That's let me tell you something. The more and more that white supremacy, you know what I'm saying, get enraged, because it's definitely getting enraged. Like, this is a time for us as brothers and sisters to be coming together.
I'm right.
Like, we ain't supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, going to war as a people. General, you there, sir?
I am. Can you hear me?
God out of Wakan, give it up. Alawah Punya.
Salaki.
Barak. Yahanna Shimel Shabrakathum.
Yahweh Shemel Shabrakathum. What Hakim?
Damn right.
How y'all brothers doing, man?
Man, making out good, General. We was just going over the story with the truck driver that been killed. You know, it's been kind of like an epidemic of late of black truck drivers being found dead all over this country. You know what I mean? So we were just going into that, General.
Yeah, did anybody by any chance get a hold of that video of the brother that was way out, I believe in Arkansas somewhere, and jumped on his phone and said, they trying to kill me, they trying to kill me. They trying to kill me. I'm out in the middle. Anybody catch that one?
Yeah, if I could,
Please,
General kind of Wakan. So the brother was at like a sawmill or something like that doing his regular routine, and the owner's son accused him of stealing.
Right.
So the white workers decided, they surrounded this brother. You know what I mean? Told him, you not going nowhere. And then they took bulldozers and flipped his trailer over to make sure he wasn't going nowhere.
Damn.
And trapped this brother in. You know what I mean? And that's what he said. They trying to kill me because he's sitting inside his truck, and they bang the truck with the bulldozers and flip his trailer over. You know what I'm saying? That could have killed the brother right there.
Damn
but
right.
They surrounded him. I believe some of them had guns on them and weapons on them. I got the article in. It's a video, so it's in the chat.
General, we can go over it if you want. If not, we can go right into the Third World War. General, it's up to you.
I wouldn't mind just finishing up on this if we could, real quick.
You know something you want to say on this, General?
Yeah, that this is exactly the state of white people. Like what Donald Trump don't understand, that the founding fathers understood, and that those that have been running America for the last 100 years understood, that you cannot unleash white people. If you unleash them, they will go beyond acting like an animal.
Damn.
And they will just go berserk. They going berserk on other white people.
Damn right.
You understand? They going berserk on other white people. You think mall shootings was big. Wait till you see what's coming next. You think workplace shootings was big. Wait till you see what's coming next. You understand? And the same with the brothers that's in these trucks. Man, if you in these trucks out, you should be trying to work on getting local routes that you know. You understand? You need to be working on trying to get routes that have regular customers. You understand? And then you need to go on and get them Utah and them different licenses that allow you to arm yourself no matter what state you in.
That's right.
And if they allow, and once you get those licenses, you need to arm yourself. And I ain't talking about having just a little 9mm either.
Right.
You arm yourself with what you need if you got to go out to them zones and do it. They trying to do the same thing they did to us back before the civil rights and around the civil rights, which is restrict our movements. That's always Esau's goal.
Right.
Restrict our movements. They like keeping us in this cage they call cities, man.
Right.
These cities are like cages. The average black person, tons of black people don't even leave the city.
Right.
Me brothers all the time ask them, where have you been? And they say, I ain't never been out my neighborhood.
Right.
I ain't never been out the city. And a lot of that is conditioning.
Damn
Conditioning. Right. Many brothers, even in the UPK, before they came in the UPK, they never even left their city. Because they was wise enough to see that this place was so evil that they had to make sure, that their movements were, covered. So, but as they got in the UPK and their duties got bigger, they start moving around the country. And the same applies for brothers and blacks and Latinos all over this country.
Damn
They
right.
want us to be sitting in the city like a hog trough, where they bring the food in and out and decide, and the water in and out, and the utilities in and out, and they can decide whenever they feel like to just turn the switch off.
Damn
And
right.
because we in these cities, we learning a horrible culture. It's easy to brainwash you when you in these cities. So that's why these brothers that have gotten these jobs, thank the Lord you got that job and you was able to get out of the, move out of the cities. But as you move out of the cities, you need to be in the UPK. And here's why. Here's why it's so important. Because in the UPK, you can call brothers wherever you are.
That's right.
You in the UPK.
Give it up, Bach.
Damn right.
Damn right.
You in the UPK and you get in a jam somewhere in some city, all you got to do is be able to make a phone call. And brothers is on their way. Man, you hold them off just for a moment until they come, because if you rely on Esau and you rely on them, they might be joined in. It's famous. I mean, they got a nerve to ask why we are with the police the way we are when they are famous for the police being part of the Klan and using their police authorities to hunt us down and kill us, man.
Damn right.
And this man don't even want an enemy. Like, he don't want an enemy. He just wants a victim. He don't want an enemy. What is he doing around the world? He making peace.
Right.
He negotiating. He putting tariffs on people that's coming against him, and he negotiating, giving gifts to people that he's fighting against. They said that what's the name of their elite group that they send in?
A CIA?
SEAL teams.
SEAL team 6. SEAL team 6.
They said when they declared that they were going to battle with Iraq, and many brothers will tell you this that was in the military, that they got on them planes with duffel bags of cash. They would now remember they going to war against this country.
Right.
As they going to war against this country, they bring in duffel bags of cash. Right now, they said Zelensky is becoming a multi-millionaire off of this war.
That's crazy.
Right now. So they don't want no enemies.
Right.
They're trying to keep the earth peaceful for themselves.
Damn right.
But what they do want is a victim.
Damn right. Damn right. Damn right.
I mean, when you go, damn right. Damn right. You go back and read them stories out of what they did in the South.
Right.
To poor people.
Right.
People that could barely keep a decent pair of shoes on their feet.
Damn right.
People that had a raggedy, broken down car going from town to town.
Damn right.
People that were taking their kids to school, barely hoping that they could have a job. Wife working as a maid.
Right.
Husband working in some factory. And you attacking him like he is, you attacking him with an all-out rage.
That's right.
You understand? Like he's public enemy number one. And if I could just plug Sunday, big shout out to you, Captain Marquardt, for inviting me back on Sunday. On Sunday, we're going to really go into the history of the 60s.
Damn right.
And how everything that's going on in the 60s, damn right. And how everything that went on in the 60s is going on right now today. Down to the attitudes, the atmosphere, the same hatred, the same strategy. They tried to do us in the 60s, but they didn't have the technology then.
Right.
They believe they have the technology now. Back in the 60s, they didn't have the technology. You understand? They couldn't just lock us all in.
Right.
You understand? But they believe they have the technology now.
That's
and
right.
Here they are again doing the same thing, picking on the most vulnerable victim.
That's it.
That they could pick on. Every nation got stores and businesses in our neighborhood, and we barely have businesses.
That's right.
We on the bottom of all their income. Ain't nobody crying about the $15 an hour minimum wage but us.
Right.
We're the ones crying about it. We're the nurses' aide. We're the bus driver. We're the street sweepers. That's us.
Right.
We are the ones that have to do them jobs. And yet you acting like black men and Latino men are the big bad wolf. Our Latino brothers We're the ones that's picking the fruit in your field. Now,
Right.
feel this for a minute.
Come
you
on,
don't
John.
you don't think the Latino brothers is a threat? You know how I know you know how I know they don't believe Latino brothers is a threat?
Come on, General.
Do you allow the man that you think is a threat to you to feed you? To go out in the field and pick your food that you're gonna put in your mouth and bring it to your table. He's a threat?
Right.
Why in the hell would you allow him to pick your damn food then?
Right.
Why would you becoming vegans and eating salads on your jobs? Don't nobody eat more of what the Mexicans pick than white people.
Yeah, right.
So don't tell me they a threat. They rapists. They pouring drugs into your country. You're a liar. You're a dirty liar. And now we begin to find out why you were so urgent to get the Latinos out the country.
Damn right.
Now we going to find out. If I could run for another second,
please.
Cap.
Get down, General.
Because now we entering into combat in the Third World War.
That's right.
This is yet another milestone to the damn right. This is yet another milestone to the end of all empires.
Right.
Because now they're getting ready to get into combat and it's getting ready to really get bad.
Yeah,
First of all, if you haven't heard already, I don't know if brothers heard or not, the United States just sent 4,000 troops, 2 warships, and a nuclear-powered submarine into the waters of Venezuela and Bolivia.
We got this. We got the story. If you wanted to go over it too, General, we got that.
Let's do it. Let's go into it.
Go. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ramon.
My daughter, if I may, sir. My daughter was supposed to be she's supposed to be dispersed out, I think, next year in April. But they told her
she's in the military.
Yeah, she's in the military. Sir. Yeah, she's in the military. So today
she's discharged next year, April.
Yeah, Colonel Khan, sir. She called me today and said, Dad, they said I gotta go next week. Not next year, but next week. They said I have to go. She's going to Puerto Rico, of course. Like, it ain't probably a war town or whatever, but it just shows you that, like, how fast they escalating what's going on. Because now she's telling me, like, she told me a year at first. Now she's telling me it's like a week. It's 2 weeks. My daughter be at war.
Salakia, I hate to bring the bad news, but they stage in Puerto Rico. So she's going into, that's why they shorten the time for her to come. That's why they pressing her to come right away, because she's going to be deployed into the theater. Hopefully she'll see no combat. We'll be praying for her to see no combat and get the hell out of the military as soon as you can. People that joined the military during Desert Storm got stuck in the military for 3 and 4 tours.
Damn.
They was in Iran. That's why so many of them lost their mind. Because they were in there. You ain't supposed to be in there but 13 months.
Right.
You understand? So try doing 40, 50 months in theater, in a combat zone, trying to keep your wits about you. Being bombed in the green zone every day.
Damn right.
Not knowing who and where the enemy is because of the guerrilla warfare. Sucking in dust and sand every day, which you're not used to.
Right.
So many conditions you have to turn around and try to get wrecked. And then for a female on top of that, you understand, you know what they got to go through and what they got to battle and what they got to keep up off of them. They got to be vicious up in them ranks to let them dudes know, if you raise up the wrong way, I will put you down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with all that on top, that's nothing but hell and pressure that they put on them soldiers going into Iraq just to steal that oil. And they got that oil, and now they ready to rebuild it back. You ain't hearing nothing about Iraq. Iraq ain't settled yet. If it was settled, there'd be troops in there. There'd be no more troops in there.
Right.
You would already know. They'd be like, oh, yeah, ain't no more troops in here. But there are more troops in there. Up there with me 1 second.
Nah, no sweat, John.
But they got plenty of troops in there. Why? Because they still in there fighting. They still in there battling. They still scrimmaging over different areas. They still dealing with sabotage. So lucky, yo.
Nah, ain't no sweat, John.
You know, man. They still dealing with that. My bad, my camera's acting way up. Y'all gotta give me a second.
Ain't no sweat.
Here we go. Here we go. The what? Let me get a little bit. Yeah. Can you get me? Let me see.
Yeah, we get you, sir.
Oh, yeah. Okay, to water. You understand? So they going in theater. The whole point was to slow down the Latino population, but to not rebel against them. This whole we going in there to stop cartels,
right?
Please. Only now the United States. Oh, go ahead. You was gonna say something, Salaki, Cat?
No, I was just laughing. Just go ahead. I was just laughing. Man.
Like only now, Salaki, damn. Only now is the United States interested in supposedly stopping drugs. We just talked about it. Washington, D.C. was damn near on full lockdown.
Right.
And not a single bag of dope got stopped.
Come on, gentlemen.
Not a $5 bag of weed, man. Would able to be poor military soldiers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Poor soldiers couldn't stop a $5 nickel bag of weed in Washington, D.C.
Right.
It was such a horrific place. They had to send 800 troops, and not a nickel bag gets free. Gets stopped. Simply because they wasn't trying to stop the drugs, and they still not trying to stop the drugs. Let's see now if Donald Trump's plan shuts down all the dope in the United States.
Right.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Let's see if now everybody start running around the U.S. saying, man, we can't get no drugs. We can't get no drugs. Let's see if that actually becomes a reality.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's check it out. I doubt it.
Right.
So they're staging off of Bolivia, and they're staging off of Venezuela. Venezuela's been a big proponent against the United States.
Come on.
And they got oil. They got oil in Venezuela, and a lot of it. And he's been trying to nationalize and take over that oil and bring it up under them for the longest. And something else that Mexico is doing, we talked about this earlier, Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico is creating its own Panama Canal without cutting the land. So you're gonna be able to bring your goods down to what's the name of the area? Quatara or something like that in Mexico. I forget the name of it. It's right near the border, the southern border of Mexico. It's the thinnest area on the Mexican side.
Okay.
Not that far from the Panama Canal. I'd have to pull up a map to get it for you. But that part of the country, the Mexicans are going to now, you're going to be able to pull up with your ships. The Mexicans are going to unload the ships and transport it across land.
Right.
To the other side. And then they're going to put them back on ships and keep them moving, which means they're going to cut in to the Panama Canal's money and the power that the U.S. has had by having the Panama Canal.
Right.
Which means it's going to create all of this are the nations and our tribes as well, realizing that there's an opportunity possibly here. And the opportunity is for them to get into the BRICS. For them to get on a different economy where they can now not be crushed by the hand of the United States.
Right.
You know the resources coming out of these countries, man. You know the resources coming out of them. You know how much resources right now is in these countries. Every fruit and vegetable you ever ate, part of them came from Mexico.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? all your flour and all that. Even though they came from other parts of the world, damn near most every one of them partially are funded by getting them from Mexico. And not to mention the labor. Why do you think the Mexicans been able to come to America and automatically know how to farm?
Right.
Because they the ones farming in those countries. Like our people have done the same slavery that we did in Egypt. If somebody can pull up a picture of us enslaved in Egypt, because it is exactly, I'm saying, in the fields, what they pulled up for those tombs, because it's exactly what our Latino brothers have been doing in America for the last 200, 300 years.
Kind of the one kind.
Probably longer than that. And these countries might look like they've been free. They might have one of the tribes as presidents, but these countries are not free.
Right.
These countries is part of the same slavery you and I have been part of. Black people walking around in America thinking we've been freed from slavery. We ain't been freed from slavery. Slavery is going on and, in full swing.
That's right.
They just learn how to control you in a different way. Just like they do a horse. When they do a horse, they either remove his genitals with force, or they give him a drug. And that's all they did to us.
Right.
They used to chain us up, which was the equivalent to cutting you for castration. Now they just give you the chemicals. Have our sons getting high, destroy our sisters' minds with everything they could possibly think of. So we still castrated from being a nation.
That's right.
But now is the end. And we see how desperate he was. That's where the desperation was on what's going on in Central and South America. Now, the question is, will he succeed? Because Venezuela spun up, between Venezuela and Bolivia, they spun up 4 million troops ready for war.
They getting ready, General.
I mean, it looks that way. We can never tell. The ultimate will be crisis return.
That's right.
But they're spinning up those soldiers, but who knows who's running them soldiers? You know what I'm saying? Esau is all in the midst of these countries. So we won't know until it totally unfolds on the streets, whether or not this was a real defiance of the great white man and their leader, Mr. Mango Man, or if this was just another demonstration of joking around when it comes to coming up against him. We soon to see. But they are getting it on. That's for sure. And Russia obviously is not listening to Trump at all, because he just went and bombed Ukraine and blew up a U.S. factory. And he already warned the U.S. that you pretty much pushing me to the brink of nuclear war. You putting all your weapons in here, it's the same. If you use those weapons in Ukraine to fire into Russia, it's like a declaration of war. So we're going to see how far they're going to push him. You know what I mean? And at the same time, North Korea re-condemned Netanyahu, the head of Israel, and told the world, put it out to the world, that we need to bring this cat, we need to lock him up and bring him to the Hague. He said, y'all demonize me all over the world when I ain't attacked nobody.
Right.
He said, but this cat here exterminating people, he done bombed 6 countries in the last year, and you ain't said nothing to him.
Exactly.
But show you how Esau controls the narrative. I yield, Salaki.
No swear. Give it up for the general again.
Right.
General, the brother got a question.
Yeah, question for the general.
Please hit me.
Salaki, sir. So like, of course, we looking at World War III and how strong it's moving. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you're in the UPK, you don't have the proper breakdown, so you don't know what's going on. But for us, we do know what's going on. how do we move this to our kids, like to our children, to know, or to say, hey, look, everything we've been teaching you, this is starting to happen. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be.
Well, depending on your children, let me just say this first. Everybody should all keep in mind that the more aggressive that you see the Edomites act in this time, just remember it is because their time is short. And they moving in a semi-panic. You're looking at a panicked people. You're looking at a panicked people that would like everybody to think they still got control when the world is about to descend in chaos. Now, depending on your children, everything is not for everybody. So your children, if they're real small children, right, then there's really no need to expose them to all of that. Other than, you know, wars breaking out in different parts of the world. Right. You know what I mean? Like if they too small. But if they come up to, you know, small children, but children that can really understand what's going on, then it's time to, yes, show them that this is the biblical prophecy, show them how the Bible is so true and that these things are happening. And most importantly, show them the scriptures where Christ says, see that you be not troubled.
Damn right.
And make sure your children see that you are not troubled.
Right. Damn right.
Don't you be in the house in a panic like, oh my God, every time a news story come on, because you're going to frighten the family.
Damn right.
So you just let them know this is what's happening. This is what's next. Even the things that you might be doing that they have to participate in, you know what I mean? As far as like storing up food or whatever you decide to do, you explain them why you're doing it, and this is for the future. Damn, you know what I mean? And everybody should be teaching their children how to use weapons for safety and security in the house. Those lights go out, brother. Everybody doesn't say, "Oh, wow, it's danger. Let's go in the house and close the doors." Some people go out because the lights are out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's their opportunity. You know what I mean? You know, they be hoping the radio shut down.
Damn right.
In the kingdom. They look forward to those days of tragedy. So the ones that step up to our zone like that, you know what I mean, should give you caution to prepare yourselves. You know, basic preparations within the legal system that allow you to defend your home and so forth and so on. And that's it. You don't need to take it. They don't need every detail. You don't need to take it there, but give them biblical prophecies. Let them know that these scriptures are coming to pass and everything that you ever told them about us being the chosen people and about God returning, and let them look at it as a rejoiceful moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at all this, like me and Mal Quad, we on the phone every day. He probably gonna get fired on that job. Me calling him all the
damn. They showed brought it up too. The supervisor show brought it up, Jenna.
Oh Lord, I better stop calling. Goddamn.
No,
I'm gonna say this nigga done got you fired. You know what I'm saying? Like we get on the phone and bust it up all day because to us this is the greatest football game. This is the game of the century.
Damn right.
This game right here.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And who gonna come out on top? Who gonna come out on bottom? What part Yahushua gonna play? How are they fitting into the prophecies? Every last bit of it is extremely interesting to us because this is our promised future for obeying the Lord.
Damn right.
And we did that. We stopped eating pork, shrimp, lobster. We stopped that. We stopped committing adultery. We stopped robbing. We stopped stealing. We stopped taking drugs. We stopped these things and taught men also. We cherished the scriptures. We obeyed the scriptures. We stood on the scriptures. We looked at the Lord's way as not grievous.
Damn right.
In our sight.
That's right.
And because of all those things, the Lord made promises. Says ain't nothing but a deal, a good deal.
That's right.
You hook me up, I'll hook you up. And we're sticking with him because we also want the deal. We want the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
We want the Edomites to be in the position we've been in for 400 years.
Damn right.
We want them to be in that position so they can see what they did. And they can stop harming around the world like the Lord wanted them to.
Damn
Like
right.
we ain't just, on some religious crusade. We're looking to see what the Lord promised us.
That's
Go ahead,
right.
Cap. You gonna say something on it, Salah?
No, I was just if I may, John, I was gonna have the brother read the scripture that you just called about be not troubled, if you ain't mind.
Please.
Go ahead, read that I will on.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7.
Read the meat though. You got it? You know what the meat at on there?
It's like verse 6.
Yeah.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
That's what we're hearing now. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
Oh, that's so important. It's so important. Think about this if I could for a second. We've been in this country 400 years. We've suffered for 400 years.
That's right.
If a change is coming in the earth, it can't be bad for us.
Right.
I mean, goddamn.
Right.
We done suffered every evil thing, and they trying to make us suffer it again.
That's right.
So surely what's coming to pass next has got to be for our good. Salakia.
Damn right. I just want to say that what you're saying so heavy, like Christ is saying, just if I could expound on your point, General, Christ is saying, be not troubled, because the things that's coming in the earth is about to make a lot of people troubled. You know, what I'm saying? Like when you get to hearing about these different wars in the earth right now, you hearing the rumors of wars, but eventually they go into war. The white man don't make weapons and don't plan on using these weapons. He's going to use these weapons to try to conquer the earth. And of course, General, what you've been teaching us since we've been in the school, we not troubled by the things that we seeing coming, because you've been teaching us that these things was coming, which is what a prophet of the Lord does, and why a prophet of the Lord is important, because of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you have given brothers and sisters in the ISUBK. But for those of the brothers and sisters that's not in the ISUBK, they gonna get me right on this, General. They gonna get shook up by the race wars by the wars, and then the different turmoils that's gonna take place here in America while these wars are going on at the same time. If you can get me right on that part, General.
Listen, you are absolutely 110% right. First of all, since Donald Trump has taken office in the Black and Latino community, there has been an uptick in mental distress, in people seeking psychologists and so forth because of what's going on. There's also been an uptick in mental disorders. People are talking crazy since this time. What you about to see is an uptick also in emotional violence.
Damn.
Violence just out of the emotions and stress and duress that people are going through, Blacks and Latinos in particular. But that distress is on these other nations too.
Exactly.
These Arabs, you go look in the eyes of these Arabs next time you walk in their store. They very quiet. They ain't speaking, they ain't talking. They just coming to work every day.
Right.
Distressed. Same with the East Indians. Same with the other nations. They under distress, and things are going to spiral in many of these cases.
That's
the scriptures say this, and I'll get back to Iwalam. The scriptures say this, that this child, talking about Yahushua, is for the rise and fall of many in Israel, and there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. As Christ come getting closer to coming back, brother, Israel, all these black leaders gonna fall, all of them.
That's right.
As their histories of their organizations come out, as the histories of what they did that was supposed to be for us but was really against us, their histories of being sellouts and their philosophies that came along with it, you understand, like Martin Luther King and others, which we're going to bring out on Sunday. I hope everybody joins us this Sunday. Because this Sunday, man, we're going to get into the 60s. You hear me? We're going to start off early. I be done had some sleep too. Oh, I can't wait to jump in there Sunday and get it on.
That's
so
right.
all of that's going to be exposed, and many of them are going to fall. And many of you who was in the hood and came into the truth didn't know you was a prophet of God. Didn't you know you was mighty before the Lord? You understand? They scared of you right now. And you haven't even done anything to them. And they scared of you. They watching you and got surveillance and got your phone all wired up. And you pouring in the ghetto because they know the potential. It's why that Israeli official said the biggest threat was the young black man. They know your potential.
Damn right.
They know your ability to motivate. They know your resilience, your ability to not quit. You understand? Is why you rose the UPK up.
Damn right.
UPK was born in the mud. You hear me?
Damn right, John. Damn right.
The UPK was in the mud. And tough ass cats came up and grabbed hold of it and ran with it, and now y'all grabbing hold of it.
Damn right.
And they know the potential and they fear the potential. They not scared of no drug dealer. They bringing the drugs in. All they got to do is say, leave the shipment at the airport. That nigga's out of business. They're not worried about him. They worried about you. Because your mind is clear. J. Edgar Hoover said the greatest threat to America was the Black Panthers organizing a breakfast for children in the schools.
Right.
Their breakfast, remember, they didn't go after them when they got the guns. They didn't go after them when they was marching.
Right.
They didn't go after them when they declared the 10 things a black man should do.
Yeah.
They didn't go after them when they put on black leather peacoats, dark sunglasses, and tams. They didn't bother them too much with all that. They surveilled them and got in the midst of their business. But when they really went to destroy them, when they went to kick in their doors and shoot them dead and murder them, was when they organized a school breakfast program for little poor black kids.
Right.
That was J. Edgar Hoover's greatest threat to America. You feed niggas and you the greatest threat to America.
Right. Right.
Because you feed these people. You understand? That's your potential. That's the potential of you. They can't even let you have the free will to feed your people. Why they got the supermarket like it is. That's why they got you scrambling the same wages on a job. That's why they do what they do. That's the real threat. But brother, this is the end. This is the end. And we're going to suffer sometimes like any birth.
Damn right.
Any birth that you have, if a woman have a regular birth, 99.9% of the time, brother, she go through the worst pains right before that baby come forth.
Come on.
But they put her in that chair and in them stirrups. That's when she going through it the most. And that's when that baby come forth and life begins. And that's the fate and the future of blacks and Latinos in this earth. Your future and your damn right. So I ain't mean to run on, but that's what they said about Christ. So let's go on, Awalam Salaki.
Come. For all these things must come to pass.
This got to come to pass. Go ahead.
But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation.
We're gonna see these nations rise. They got to rise even more. They got to rise even more. Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Come on.
And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes and diverse places.
And let me tell you something, I'm gonna come right back to you. Let me tell you something, This is why a preacher is the most disgusting thing on earth. You reading in the book of Matthew, am I right?
Come.
You late in the book of Matthew, like the 24th, 23rd chapter, am I right?
Come, 24.
You in the 24th chapter of Matthew, in the late, that's the first book about Christ. Am I right?
Come.
Yes, it's the first book in the New Testament. It starts with his pedigree on who he is.
Damn right, Book of Matthew.
That's how important that book of Matthews is.
That's right.
Now explain to me why a preacher didn't hear this part. Tell me that, read that part again, but I will tell me the part after he said you will hear wars and rumors of wars. Don't read that. Read after that. And tell me why a preacher ain't never understood this. That's why a man that had the Bible in his church did never understand this. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
What's coming to pass? Go ahead.
But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation.
You supposed to know ahead of time these nations will rise against nations. Haven't we been saying this, man?
Damn right.
Since 1969.
That's right.
Nations shall rise against nations, man. Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Go ahead.
And there shall be famines.
Now this is why a preacher is a waste of time and a piece of garbage. God said it would be a famine. What the hell are you looking for? God gonna bless you with a house, a car. Give $100. Give $500. Your blessing waiting for you, not according to the Lord, not according to Christ. According to Christ, you should be preparing for famine. But instead, they teach us, they anesthetize us, man. That Christian preacher is a dope. He's a dope fiend and a supplier of dope.
Right.
Because that religion is nothing but a narcotic on our back.
Damn right.
Like you supposed to know, he's supposed to have been telling us since back in the 50s. Gonna be famine in the earth. Don't rely on your slave master. He gonna be caught up into wars. Prepare yourself to be strong because Christ is gonna return. Give me some more, I will.
Come. And pestilences and earthquakes.
They were shocked during the COVID-19. COVID-19 came out. They went to the preachers and asked the preachers, why didn't y'all tell us? I thought y'all had the power to heal. Why didn't y'all heal us from the COVID-19? Rotten bastards didn't even have an answer for them.
Right.
Shut the doors of the church. And said, go home. The COVID didn't help nobody.
Right.
Rotten, slimy Negroes, man. And most of them are homosexuals because you got to be a homosexual. You got to be in an extreme feminine, selfish spirit. You got to be in an extreme. You ever see a woman that's just a selfish woman, only care about what she wearing, how she look, what you doing for her? You got some of these women that come online and say, you want to go out with me, but what you got? What you gonna do for me?
Right.
Like you got, like there's a woman that goes into that extreme spirit. That's your preacher, man. That's why he gravitates to the femininity. He gravitates to the femininity because he wants fame so bad.
Right.
He gravitates to the femininity because he want to be seen and shined on, and a celebrity and the money that comes with it. He wants that world, and that's a gay ass world.
Damn right, Jono.
And he wants that world. And that's why he gravitates into that spirit. And in that spirit is extreme selfishness.
Right.
And entertainers are extremely selfish. Comedians, you hear Bernie Mac and them complaining about don't say your jokes in front of another comedian. Don't talk about your jokes because they'll steal it. You hear actors and actresses beefing, especially in the rap game. Why? That's an effeminate spirit. And you got to have that spirit to turn against your brother. And them churches got that spirit. That's why they got extreme selfishness while being a performer.
Right.
Who cares nothing about the people, man. And that's why God gonna raise up prophets, man. Like the scripture said, you're gonna see your teacher. Your teacher is gonna be right where you need to see him so you can know what to do. Because all of them up there Oh man, I can't wait till Sunday. I can't. My quad. I'm gonna shut down in a minute because if I boy, y'all need to come out Sunday, man. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it on.
If I may, Journal, you know what I mean, just what we're gonna go into Sunday is the the black leadership, you know what I mean, and how they pretty much put us on this path of destruction. You know, like we don't understand as a people how it's almost like understanding how important a coach is of a team. Like, and we don't understand how important it is to have the proper leadership, and that by us going to these different religions that are the gods of other people, it pretty much, we would never be able to win anything, you know what I'm saying, if our leaders continue to try to join us to a people that obviously hate us. Like the Lord, if the Lord was really with us in the Christian church and was really with us joining with white people, then America will be a beautiful place.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It would be a place of love and harmony, and we wouldn't be getting tossed out the car and hung. It's 2025 and we still talking about brothers being lynched. It's like damn near like with these truck thing, it's like another Red Summer, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Where they lynched 3,000 some brothers now. They want to go back to that. But like you said at the beginning, Journal, it's because of the victim mentality. And anytime you got preachers sitting in the church, you know what I'm saying, telling you to join the oppressor you when he beating you, then he's only going to continue to beat you because he like, here I am beating this man and he ain't trying to fight me back, which makes him want to beat you more. You see what I'm saying? Like the other nations, they ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, allow America to beat them. They go to war with America, like you said, General. They end up signing peace treaties with these nations and you know what I mean, striking deals with them because they go to war with them. And what we don't understand is Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men, now more time than ever, you need a brotherhood.
That's
but
right.
most importantly, now time than ever, you need leadership. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, now's the time you need a leader like Commanding General. That's why he called it. Why the hell you think his name is Commanding General?
Right.
You understand? Because of Black and Hispanic men, we need a military of our own. You know what I'm saying? Like boy childs are born to be warriors, man, not born to be homosexuals, not born to be basketball players in football. We're not supposed to be born to do what the white man want us to do. We born to do what the Lord want us to do. That's why the Lord said the flock of his pasture are men.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? You walk up in the ISUPK school, you know what you're gonna see in the majority of them schools? Men.
That's
right. A lot of
right.
sisters come in there and say, well, damn, where the women at?
Right.
They at home. Because this war of fixing Black people is our job. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to you, Commander Yahanna, you didn't raise up generals, you didn't raise up captains, raised up officers, troopers, and sisters that's willing to go now and do the job. You know what I mean? So thank you, General, you know what I mean, for everything you did for us.
Only through your Howard Shire we do. Only through your Howard Shire we do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right, bro.
That's the only way we get to, to first base is by following after him. And let me tell you something too, man. It's so heavy what you just brought out that we need the right leadership and we got to be followed. Listen, other nations got politicians. Other nations got gurus. Other nations got all kinds of bead carrying, trinket wearing, drum beating kinds of religions and leaders and political systems. The children of Israel, Blacks, Latino, and Native Indians, we are a people that are always led by the men of God. We always, even if the men of God are evil, wicked, corrupt bastards, we still follow them. It's natural for us to still go to the preacher, to still go to the church, even though most of us know he's a wicked, greedy, money-grubbing bastard. But we still go to him. Why? Because it's the nature of who we are. It's our people were made to serve the Lord. And when we get into that situation, we turn to the men of God. Now, here's the problem. The men of God got to be right with God. They got to be right with the Lord. And the problem is right now, the leadership we got is not right with the Lord. These are the enemies of the children of Israel. And let me add something else too.
Please.
That's been gutted out of us because of these leaders. Like America could go through a good time. America could go through a bad time. But whatever America goes through, has nothing to do with us taking care of ourselves. Like the only reason America's up and down affects us is because we are subject to it because we don't care for ourselves. If we cared for ourselves, we would deal with whatever nation, America, whoever, that came up against us to harm us. We would do what it took for us to take care of ourselves, to protect ourselves, to make sure our nation continues to grow, whether theirs rise or fall or not.
That's right.
We would be making sure we rise regardless, but we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Damn
As
right.
a people.
Damn
So
right.
like,
Give it up. Real quick. Officer Yara Down wanted to say something, General. Go ahead, brother.
Please.
If I could, General, we mentioned earlier about the situation with the New York cookout, you know what I'm saying, and the brother. I just wanted to ask, you know what I'm saying, like if you can give us some
what situation?
As far as like the panel that you were supposed to have, sir. So like,
yeah,
if we could get just a little inside intel from you about what happened with that.
Yeah, well, the brothers that was called to the panel from all the religions declined to come to the panel. The panel discussion has been canceled. We're now going to just do what we do best, which is we're going to come together in New York and hold a full-fledged rally, probably in Times Square, but it may also be in Washington Square Park. I think the brothers in New York are deciding right now. But all the brothers, every last one of them, and you right to bring that up, Yaradon, because it should be exposed.
Damn right.
I mean, every last one of them was called for us to have an open panel discussion and allow them to bring their thoughts and ideas as well and lay it on the table and see what it is that the Lord is showing us that we as a people should do right.
That's right.
But they pulled out. Every one of the Muslims, 5%ers, several Christian preachers, a bunch of different religions, and they all withdrew from coming up into the zone. So, you know what I mean? We just said, hey, we got to go at it ourselves until now. Not every one of them. That's not true. Brothers from the Brown Berets, they did not back down. They were coming. They were flying in from New York, all the way from the West Coast. They was bringing their chapters all the way from Milwaukee. From Milwaukee. Big shout out to Captain DeBar Mop. All the way from Milwaukee, all the way to New York. They was gonna let all their chapters come up, but it was only them and us, and maybe one other person, and the rest of the panel they didn't hold. But I give them a minute because it'll get bad enough out there where they're gonna be forced to have to speak up.
That's right.
To have to show their wares in terms of what it is that they were made of in this time of trouble. Now is not the time to try to save your life. Christ said this: he that try to save his life shall lose it. He that lose his life for my sake shall gain it. And that's what we got to do with Yahushua now. You got to remember what he did for you. He dragged you out of that slime pit from the devil and gave you your life back, breathed the breath of life into you, and them bones lived, man. You lived again. You got off drugs, built your family. You would never know, brothers in the UPK, where they came from. Like some of y'all, I don't be knowing where you came from, but you be like a prince in this truth. And then all of a sudden, you show an old photo of you and your gangbanging brothers. And brother, I see y'all and say, well, I'll be damned. Was I standing next to this guy at camp? I was standing next to this guy at camp. And these guys here look like they got more bodies on them than a little bit. You know what I mean? Some of you brothers, man, have been to prison, and I can never tell you've been to prison.
Right.
Because you came in the truth and completely cleaned yourself up and made you a brand new man. But show you that that's the whole point. They talking that bullshit in church about the Holy Spirit and be filled with the Holy Spirit and all that. Brother, you get renewed by coming into this truth. By learning these things the Lord said and getting cleaned by the hand of the Most High. And then you don't need nobody. You don't got to prove to nobody that you are a righteous man anymore. That's the beauty of the truth. You come in the truth, you learn these scriptures, you learn the way the Lord said to be. Once you carry that spirit out, then can't nobody come tell you no more. Christians have been belittling black men for decades. They have been humiliating them, shaming them, making them a second-class citizen behind their own wife. You understand? In these churches, using the scriptures to do it. And meanwhile, never teaching anybody the scriptures. Preaching every Sunday ain't teaching nobody nothing about them scriptures. You got 1,000 metaphorical stories that you claim come from the scriptures when you lying about them, because all of the stories lead to money and sex. That's all you talking about in the church.
Right.
And so when black men wake up, come in the truth, start to read and learn and grow again, and they realize for themselves, what was I being a sucker for when I could have got up into the ranks of the UPK and been a real man of God, a real officer, have real responsibility, have real goals in my city on what to do to help my people, not talking garbage every Sunday.
Right.
Not feel good talk, not dress up talk, but real hard on the ground work. And them brothers become a man and transform, like the scripture said. They get transformed by the renewing of their mind. Why?
That's right.
Because they've been re-educated in this truth.
Damn right. Damn right.
That's the UPK, brother.
Journal, I guess them the mother cats was looking at you like you was Debo, Journal. For some reason, I'm having a vision of you riding up on the bike like Debo, and them cats and them other religions was like, we out of here. Debo coming. Debo. Journal, you know they always accuse us of gangbanging in the eyes.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
When we ain't meant no harm. We was just opening the floor to work with them so we can try and, actually put them on the stage and show whether they was about something or whether they was not about something. It wasn't a debate. Right. This was not a debate. This was a discussion. This was a town hall meeting.
That's it.
You understand? So this was not a debate. You know what I mean? But lo and behold, the UPK was going to put down their opinion, and which is not really an opinion, which comes from the scriptures. And they were going to stand on business about these scriptures, just like we have always done, and expect them to stand on business and show what they were made of. And we would have had to, and of course, we believe we would have shown everybody that they were not going the way that maybe that's what they thought of. I don't know. You know, man, but I hope the day come where they get the courage to stand on it or give it up. If you can't stand on it, give it up.
Damn right. Damn right.
Man,
what we going?
Don't say you standing on business and then when your back gets to the wall, you ain't ready to do it. You got to do it. You know what I mean? You got to be ready to do it. And so I don't know. I don't want to accuse them of nothing. I don't know what their reasoning was behind it. You know what I mean? The climate with Trump could be pretty intimidating if you're not, you know what I mean? If you're not used to it, you know.
Oh, Slocky, we lost the general, sir. Colonel McCon, sir. Colonel McCon. General froze.
Did y'all get it? You got me back?
Yeah, we got Colonel McCon, sir.
Okay, yeah, we froze for a second. So, yeah, go ahead, Cap. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna have the brother read a comment off the super chat. Maya, can you read the comment?
I got it. Oh,
you got it.
Colonel McCon, sir.
Please read the super chat.
This is from Officer 1000 Kazawan Yahanna. He said, "What Commanding General Yahanna is bringing out is so heavy and detrimental to our survival as Black and brown people. Big ups to the Round Table of Truth for this platform, bringing out this wisdom."
Most time crack, give it up.
And the water for the super chat, brother.
Man, I'm right. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Cap. I can barely hear you. Your mic is low.
Oh, his mic. Oh, your mic went off, sir. There you go. It's on. No. Okay.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you clear now. You loud now.
It's going out. It's not.
No.
Yeah, I'm good now. Can you hear me now, General?
I can hear you now. I hear you loud and clear.
If I could have a brother read the scripture, General,
please.
Khan. This is the book of Acts, chapter 3, and verse 25. Ye are the children of the prophets.
We are the what?
Ye are the children of the prophets.
Now, you had mentioned this earlier, General, about us being the children of the prophets. And I just wanted to highlight, you know what I mean, what you said by bringing out this scripture, because our identity is found in the records of this Bible, man. For
That's
so
right.
long, you know what I mean, the white man and these different religions have been the authority of the Bible. And as we just seen with Captain Tazariak, how he crushed that Edomite out there, you know what I'm saying, in New York, you know what I mean? It's really the Lord. Damn right. Big shout out to Captain Tazariak.
That's right.
It's really the Lord showing that ISUBK, we now the authority over the Bible, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And now the people can get fixed, you know what I'm saying, that where they need to be, because we are the children of the prophets. Prophets, make no mistake. They didn't try to give us every identity but the identity of who we are.
Right.
Like, what people on earth got more flavor and power and influence than Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians?
That's right.
But with that power and influence, still don't have an identity.
Right.
With all that power and influence that we have, and talent and ability and all that, we still don't have an identity. Keep reading now.
Kanawakan.
Please.
And of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers.
And of the what?
And of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers.
With our who?
With our fathers.
With our forefathers, man. Our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? The greatest men, you know what I'm saying, other than Christ, that walked the face of the earth. Christ, the greatest, of course, of all. But we come from the children of the prophets. Those men that was written of in the Bible are our people, man. And these people didn't try to steal our identity from us, which now, because of Commander General Yahanna and the ISBK, we are now coming back to who we are.
That's right.
And the prophets of the Lord are the ones going to be the ones that help get us up out of this hell. I just wanted to bring that out.
Damn right, sir.
Damn right. It have always been, our secret weapon has always been throughout, for the last 5,000 years, have been the prophets. That's our secret weapon when we down and out. They the ones that open up a communication line with the Most High and gain the instructions on what we are to do next. And there'll be no different in this time as well. Salakia, I yield.
Damn right.
Damn
General,
right. Sir.
We got any videos, anything that you want to go over, General?
I did want to pull up that picture, that picture that we were talking about Egypt and us working in Egypt.
Okay, y'all got
I wanted to compare it to the brothers that worked in the field in these countries for so long, that fed this slave master only to be hated by it.
That's right.
You see it, General?
I cannot see it. I do see it now, yes. Can you make it bigger? Yeah. There it is. That's blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians right there. That's us in Egypt farming and doing, and listen, and we created all those farming tools. You go back and read in those records of the Egyptians, it was us that created the farming. Like, we revolutionized their farming.
Right.
And that was our brothers that did that, man.
Damn right.
And you see, just like in America, you see how they shave their head or put something over their head to make it to cover up their hair. That was the Egyptians having us shave our beards and take away our identity.
Just
which
like
is America does the same thing. You get America does the same thing. You go get a high-tech job, first thing they want you to do is shave your beard.
Oh, wait, Kanawakan.
Next, they don't want you coming in with braids. And we so used to it now that we don't even question it. Like, what does my beard and my braids have to do with me doing my job on a computer?
Right.
The computer don't, my hair and braids don't get in the way. I'm using my fingers.
Right.
So why would I have to cut those off just to work on this computer job? Because there's a man on the earth that does not like looking at you.
That's right.
In your native culture. So he pushes forward for you to cut that culture off.
Good night.
He wants you. That's why they so into these robots and all this AI bullshit. Because why? They love a being with no feelings. They want a being that has no feelings. In a minute, Brother, in a minute, watch these white boys buy up these robots.
Right.
They making subtle plastic vaginas on these robots. And they sitting there with top engineers sitting there trying to work out that vagina with the best rubber possible. And the prices is looking low, $2,500, $3,000. You're gonna be able to scoop you one of them robots. She gonna walk right alongside you like she's your woman.
Man, that's hardcore, gentlemen. I'm just gonna just take the option of dropping some game on one of these badass black Hispanic and Native Indians instead of going to pay 3 G's for a damn robot.
I ain't trading E for nothing.
Right.
Some of y'all some of them cats out there, some of them Edomites, it's gonna be their worst nightmare because you're gonna be hitting that robot, and the motherfucker gonna turn on your ass. They're gonna see you as an enemy. Like the rape code gonna kick in, and you are being raped, and the robot gonna throw your ass out the goddamn window, man. Throw your ass off the terrace or whatever deviant thing you're doing.
That's
right. You know, man, because that's what you like. You want to beat the spirit out of the world. Right. And you want the world to just be robots to serve you because you can't ever get enough. This man can't, you could feel him, the world. Look how rich America is.
Right.
Richest country on the world. You still can't satisfy. It's still too much. He couldn't give the nations a crumb. And now they done set up the Brexit because you yoking them to death and you can't even see it. And you starved us for death. We built a country for 400 years to work for $15 an hour and barely be able to pay our rent.
Right.
Imagine that.
Right.
We are people that worked and built this country, came up with inventions. That's why I came to, like, they got that new movie out with them. It's not that new, but that movie with them sisters who was in the military. Y'all know the movie?
Hidden Figure.
Something 8, huh?
No, no. He's talking about
the Something 8. It's got
like a pilot movie or something.
Oh, Carnival Con. What is it called?
Where she's some type of military, they like some type of military group. And they went and helped these people fight. I don't watch none of the movies, man. Me, myself, I'm not telling nobody else not to watch it. You should watch it because it's good, interesting history on what we did in the earth. But I can't stand watching them. The reason I can't stand watching them is because all it just reminds me of is how much they stole from us. How loyal we were, how down we've been with this empire, and that Mango Man wants to wipe our history out in the African American Museum, seeing everything we did for them. Right. They said in World War II, them brothers painted that red on their tails out, and they scared the Germans to death. They never lost no brothers out there, man. Maybe they did a couple of whatever, but nowhere near those white groups, man.
Right.
And that's why I'm coming back to you. That's why it breaks my heart every time I hear about the stories of, these groups of brothers that joined this military. And that's also why that video that General Muhammad made with that white girl and how we fought in all their wars, and they are ruthless when it comes to us. So, like, I yield.
No, so I just wanted to say the movie was called The 688.
That's it. I still haven't seen it. When the ad comes up on my screen all the time, and I'm like, I just can't watch it. I can't watch another set of loyal, like that movie that Cuba Gooding was in where he was a Navy diver.
Oh, yeah.
Lost his goddamn leg to this Edomite, and he still went back and tried to become a diver.
Right.
Like, we've done so much. We have sweated and bled so much for these people, so much for their kingdom. Like, you cannot work harder. That's why, brother, every black man, everybody should take a small mini YouTube course on narcissism, because they all studying narcissism and people calling each other narcissists. You ain't seen a narcissist until you understand the collective mind of a white man.
That's right.
No matter what you do for him, he will never be satisfied.
Right.
You will never be his friend. He will never, ever, ever, as a people, love you and your people and your culture. Ever. It will never happen. The Lord said it wouldn't happen. The Lord said you'd be separated from the womb. The Lord said he would be a different nation, and he was not lying. This is a man that you could never join. Salakia. And that's why I hate those movies like that. My bad. I yield.
No, ain't no sweat. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Damn right.
Well, listen, gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us tonight here on the Round Table of Truth. Of course, we're gonna be right
My
back.
pleasure.
We're gonna be right back Sunday. What time we say? 11 a.m. 11 a.m. On Sunday Central, which is 12 your time, General. We're gonna come back and be going over the whole civil rights movement. We encourage everybody to please join us Sunday, the Round Table of Truth. We right back. You know what I mean? In 2 days.
Damn
You know what I
right.
mean? We're gonna get it on. So we're gonna go
Damn
ahead
right.
and give Commander General Yahanna a salute. We appreciate you coming on, General.
I
Again,
appreciate being on Out the Water very much. I appreciate it, Warriors.
damn right. Alawakun ya. Rock. Yahanna.
Yabashim Shabraka Thumb the water.
So listen, man, we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Please join us Sunday. We're gonna get it in. Like always, man, I want to give it up to my amazing host for rocking it out with me, Officer Lamakiala. Any announcements?
Come on. Always, like always, go like, follow, share all Round Table of Truth, Real Nigga University social media pages. You understand? We will be, of course. I want to make sure, of course, we will be having the Kamal Quad set, an exclusive Round Table of Truth episode from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or until, you understand, with Commander Yahanna in the crowd as well on Sunday. Also, Kamal Quad will be holding another exclusive interview with All D Facts podcast at 7 p.m. You understand? This coming Sunday, that later on that night. You understand? Also, do not forget that the ISPK Harlem headquarters, you understand, we'll be having a cookout or they weekend from August 29th through the 31st.
That's right.
Make sure to go shout out Commander Yahanna and give some love to Captain Tazaric as well. You understand? So that's all I have right now, Cap.
Man, and listen, ISBK Chicago, we will be in the building for the New York cookout. You know what I mean? So come show your support. You know what I mean? We're gonna have then we're gonna be a vendor at the cookout itself with our Round Table Truth stuff. So man, come say what's up, man. Come to New York, come join the cookout, man. Come join this brotherhood and sisterhood, man. See how we get down for the cookout.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
That's right.
Also want to give it up to Officer Yaradon. Give him a hand. Plug what you need to plug, priest.
Kind of what come. First off, all times, you know what I'm saying, to pay your ties to the ISUPK.com, the true priests and prophets of the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Also, if you're looking for any merch, come to diversitymall.com. You know what I'm saying? Diversitymall.com. So,
Damn right. Give it up. Give it
Damn
up.
right.
Man. Also want to give it up to my co-host, Iowa Lumgabog. You understand the announcements?
Yeah, come on, sir, if I
Please.
could. Next Thursday, Officer Karyash and another brother will be holding down the war report. Myself, I'll be in New York, so the brother will be holding down. Make sure y'all tune in. It's some things going on in the world that's not heavily broadcasted in the media or just readily available for people to see. But you know, World War III is definitely heating up. So brothers and sisters, make sure y'all tune in next Thursday to the war report.
Damn right.
Give it up. Give it up. I also want to give it up to my amazing co-host, Mayad. Any announcements?
Con, if I could, sir. Tune in, if you know what I'm saying, tune in every Saturday for the ISUPK Sabbath service, no matter where you are at in the entire world. If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American of descent, you know what I'm saying, you are an Israelite, and you should tune into the Sabbath service. We go over the scriptures from Genesis to Revelations. We read the ancient Hebrew, the real Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, the Lashwan Kodash, and then we give you the English translation. This way you can get a chance to actually see the Bible live in person, learn your history, learn where you come from, and also learn why the Most High said there's nothing new under the sun.
And of course, man, I got to give it up to my amazing technical team over there. Did an outstanding job tonight.
That's right.
Officer Ramawan in the building, doing what he do. And his right man in the game, Officer Ra'ash Garaj. I am Captain Mawquad, under Commander Jenny Yahanna. Lord allow, we see you Sunday for another exclusive Round Table of Truth. With that, we are out. Shalom. is Yahweh or the Most High over all the earth. That's clean on paper. Yahweh ain't mentioned, Jesus ain't mentioned, Yeshua ain't mentioned, ain't nobody mentioned. So the onus is on you to show where Christ, and even I have a question. And the kingdom of heaven right now, currently, is Christ sitting on God's throne?
Yeah.
Can you show that?
Sure. Let's do it. Let's go to Revelation. But first, I want to address what you said there. When he raised Lazarus, he prayed so they would know. But then he just said, Lazarus, come out. Because he is the resurrection, as he says in that chapter. Who raises the dead? God. Who raises the dead? In John, Jesus does. Let's go to Revelation 22.
Be careful. That's ugly. Did Peter raise anybody from the dead? Did Peter raise anybody
in the name
from
of
the
Jesus?
Dead? Did he do it?
In the name of Jesus, yes.
So wait. I'm not done. I'm not done. Because Elijah raised somebody from the dead, not in the name of Jesus. Elijah raised somebody from the dead. So don't tell me in the name of Jesus as if that's the only way you could do it. If God gives somebody the power, they have the power. Matter of fact, when Paul healed that brother, you know what they did? They called Barnabas Jupiter, and they called him Mercury. You know why? Because y'all think that y'all belief that Jesus is God is something that Christians only believe. That was the Roman culture, that if you did a miracle, they attributed to Zeus, Mercury, Venus, however. So y'all accepting Jesus as God is your norm. Otherwise, in Acts the 14th chapter, when Paul healed that person, did they call him and Barnabas gods? Yes or no?
We got a problem. We're going to the pagans for our theology now.
That is your theology. That's your theology.
That's a problem.
That's your theology. That's your theology. So why you can't answer the question? Did they call them gods? Yes or no?
The pagans did. Yes.
Did
the pagans? We don't trust them.
Why did they do that? Because they performed a miracle, and now miracles are all throughout the Bible. Moses did a miracle. Elijah did a miracle. Everybody did miracles. Y'all are pagan because everybody else says that God used them to do his miracles. You pagans come and say Jesus did it because he's the Most High God. Instead of listening when Christ said the works I do are from my Father. Everything he did was because the Father gave him the ability to do so. So you're pagan.
We got a problem because you said, John 11, he prayed to God to resurrect him. Yes. I had to correct you because he doesn't do that. He prays and then he resurrects him with his own power. That's what I was pointing out.
What were you correcting again?
John 11. When he resurrects Lazarus, he just says, Lazarus, come forth. He doesn't say, God, bring Lazarus forth. That's what I was correcting for.
No, that's horrible. Because he said, you hear me always. You know why Yahweh said, you hear me always?
Will you read it?
Because he's always talking to him. This is just the first time that he was talking to him so everybody could hear. So now, when he would normally do a miracle, he would say, Pop, let me get this miracle done. He would do it. He wouldn't say it out loud. This was the first time that before he did the miracle.
Can I read it?
Yes. I'm surprised you want to read scripture. Now you want to read scripture. I'm surprised.
Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I know that you always hear me, but I said this on account of the people standing around me, that they may believe that you sent me. He doesn't pray for the miracle. He prays for the people around him so that they believe that the Father has sent him. The miracle just says, Lazarus, come out. That's it.
Why does he say, you hear me always?
Why does he say that? Because the Father hears us always. He's omniscient.
No, don't say no us. This ain't about us. This is about Yahweh. Okay. Why does he say you hear me always?
Because he's omniscient. He can hear everything.
What?
He's omniscient. It's pretty obvious.
Your man's dying. He's dying right now. Why does Christ say you hear me always? There's only one answer.
Say it. Go ahead.
Because he's always talking to him. And when you say that Christ don't pray, that's a lie.
I didn't say that.
Oh, so then Christ does pray.
Of course Christ prays.
And he prays to himself, to the Most High, without the people knowing, right?
That's modalism, Patrick.
What modalism? Oh my God. When Christ prays, modalism is crazy work because Christ is not a modalist.
Right.
When Christ is praying to the Father, it's because they're two separate beings. So, but let's not get away from the point. When he said that, that's the proof that he prayed to the Father before he did any miracle. This was just the first time that he prayed in front of everybody.
Whoa. I got a question. Okay, so you said before he did miracles, he always prayed. But
he would always speak to the Father, to be clear.
Okay, I got you.
Which is the same thing.
I got you. I get what you're saying. So according to him, what we see in John 11 is that Jesus would always pray, and then he extrapolates from that and says, well, this applies to all miracles. But when we were in Luke 6:46 earlier, and Jesus says, why do you call me Lord, Lord, but not do what he say? He's like, I don't see anybody saying that, therefore it never happened. Do you see the double standard here?
What's the double standard?
Extrapolate from John 11 and say Jesus is always praying before miracles. But when Jesus says in Luke 6:46, you're calling me Lord, Lord, he says that doesn't work because I didn't hear anybody say
Oh, I get it now.
Double standard.
I get it now. So let me show you why I'm superior to this white man. In that verse, it says, Hey, before I answer, before I answer, give all y'all a hand. Y'all are great ass crowd. Both sides. You